working. Still say again. Yes, we're working. Right, I'm going to get rid of that window and just let it record. God almighty. Okay, so sorry, I was saying, Jen, you are the medic, and I think you were the only one that got seriously hurt?
There was someone else that hurt. Not seriously, but hurt.
Hurt?
Dale got hurt also a little bit. Well, Dale was redshirt, now he's Dale. But anyway,
Yeah.
we just flopped him out mentally, right?
Yeah.
So it was an NPC then that was hurt?
It's actually,
At the time.
he's,
At the
yeah.
time. That's okay.
NPC at the time.
Well, we're just going to say then that, Garen, if you can give yourself a medical roll, basically you'll heal half of your damage halfway between what you're on now and your full, and all your stats that got damaged.
I also have medical 1.
Okay.
I could help her.
I think as the pilot you'll be trying to get the hell off the planet, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Remember,
yes,
you guys are running. Well, sorry, you guys are urgently trying to get off the planet. So, Garen, I'll let you roll to... Oh, no, you don't have to roll. It's just a medical. You've got the skill. You just do it. That's right. Okay, so you're taking care of yourself. Half of your damage has been healed on all 3 physical stats. You get on the horn, Jacob.
Yes.
So Keller is already sort of aware. He's talking on his other communicator device to the starport. He's trying to pull some strings. And what's everyone else doing? You're locked down. You're safe at the moment inside the ship as long as no one blows it up.
I'll be in engineering.
Cool.
Yeah, Victor will be in engineering as well, running systems checks in case we need to leave.
Cool. Okay. Stav, what are you up to?
I'd be sort of the type to stay on the bridge to do anything relating to computing, I suppose.
Okay, rightio. So, Stav, would you be trying to talk to one of your, in quotation marks, buddies at the starport to try to get things moving quicker?
Oh, do I have connections? Well, let's see.
I would assume that you'd all have connections in your various fields of people that you work with, because you have been in this field for about 2 years. Yeah.
All right, let's see. All I remember is that we came back to the ship from that restaurant scene in that fight.
Yep.
So our ship is docked. Is everything normal, or is there some sort of big problem?
Everything is normal, but don't forget you are basically logged in to leave the station at a certain time in the future. You're wanting to get out of there now, so Keller's trying to pull the strings to do that. Once Garen has sorted herself out, she takes a bit of a closer look at what she's managed to pull out from those guys. So one guy has an old ID card, about a year and a half old. He was in the Navy. He was a ensign in the Navy. Another guy seems to be really weirdly, the other guy with the rifle, because the Navy guy had the submachine gun and the other guy had a rifle. He's got a name and he's got a business card which would lead you to believe that he's some sort of carpet merchant, which is really at odds with what you know about him.
He's a window cleaner.
He's a cleaner of some sort, yeah. So, Garen was in which service? Can you remind me again, please?
Garen was in what?
Which service was Garen in?
He was in
the Scouts.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Okay. Rightio.
For 3 terms.
Okie dokie. Do we have anyone here who Oh well, Victor, but he's busy in the. Anyone else in the Navy? Nope. Okay. What do you want to do with this information? You've got 2 ID cards. You've got a couple of cred sticks. You can.
What cred sticks was that?
Cred sticks, basically just way to carry money. It's just a electronic exchange, like a credit card, but it's got a certain balance on it, and you just put money on or take money off it.
August is also in the Navy.
Ah, cool. Okay, so yeah, probably
I
Victor's.
pocket the crit stick.
You put that on. Okay, well, it has an interesting balance of 5,000 credits. That's a lot of money to be walking around with.
Well, I'm not walking around with it though. I'm in the ship.
No, the guy you took it off.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta kill the red stick.
That reminds me.
Yep.
They were walking around with lasers, which you're not supposed to have.
Yep.
On
Or
the
submachine
surface.
guns. Yep.
That's
Oh,
right.
lasers. Sorry,
So,
Yep.
Who gave
Yeah,
them...
fights are not supposed to
permission?
happen to disturb our digestion either, but it
No.
happened.
Yep.
No, but I mean, who gave them the authorization to do that? How would somebody have the nerve to have that kind of
Okay.
artillery?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm telling this to the guys. I pocket the crit stick again, by the way.
Also, all cool. So a quick run through the local computer network might give you some ideas about what power companies are in play in the general area. So if anyone's got computer 0 or higher, you're welcome to do a quick simple scan of that sort of stuff.
What did you say the
Jack of all trades does again. What does it have? to do
Anything
with?
at level 0 except for exotic weapons.
Yeah.
Level 0, except exotic weapons.
Yep, which means you technically have, if you don't have it, you technically have computer 0.
Yeah. If you got serious computer work, Victor is in the engineering room and he's pretty good at it. Computer 2.
You've got computers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am going to go down there and ask him to find out any information for me from their ID cards.
All right.
Okay, well, immediately looking at the guy in the Navy, you can tell which company, which group he was belonging to. So that guy, had service as security in the station above you. He would also have been on one of the peacekeeping missions to the core front, and also one of the Pierre?
No, that's okay. Just an explanation for Jen.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not playing that way. To me, Jack of all trades just gives you a 0 and everything that's not exotic.
He's playing classic.
Yeah.
Gee.
Different, a little bit different to that version. Yeah, so this guy's been around. He's had probably had a lot of experience. The other guy, I don't know what you can do there, but you can do a run of the various power plays in the area if you want to. Just give me a computer roll, please.
All right. Will do. Yeah. Oh. Nice. There we go.
Oh, very nice. Okay, rightio. So you already understand the major groups, but you've sort of got a good long list of all the minor, medium, and minor groups. There's been about a half a dozen new companies come into play in the area. There's already been some charges against them for their heavy-handed way of gaining commercial space, if you like. Of the 6, none of them are actually in or near the same field that Jupiter's, Keller's work is mainly in, so they don't sort of have an obvious connection. In the medium group, Matsusaga is a group. They have been around for around about a year. They are a group. They, whether by design or by sheer luck or a healthy bank account, they appear, at least in the public records, to be clean. But Matsusaga is the one that's the obvious one that sticks out to you, to Victor. That's yeah. Anyone got Streetwise?
I do, I believe.
Okay. So give me a streetwise roll.
Yeah, 0.
Okay, 6 plus 1, right?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No, nothing. Okay, Keller's getting off the phone. He says, right, he's moved up your launch. Get the ship prepped. You're going out in about 20 minutes. And he
Okay,
says,
me as the captain, I'm going to ask Dale and Garen if they can get into the turrets and occupy both our turrets promptly. I'm also going to check with Victor and Denver on the status of the engines. I'm going to call them over the comms.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
let
get
them
right
know
back.
what.
okay, engines are ready to roll. Victor and Denver have got them purring. Well, they're not purring nicely, but they seem to be assured that they will purr nicely. Okay, Pierre. Yeah, and Pierre's character, you're taking care of the communications with the tower and the navigation.
I would
all that stuff,
imagine
I
he's
believe.
right in the co-pilot or the sensor chair next to me on the bridge.
Yep. All cool. Okay,
Just
so
trying to see.
yeah.
Just trying to see if we can proceed normally and leave earlier.
Yeah. Well, Keller's sort of got you bumped up the list. So in
20
about 2 or 3
minutes
minutes,
into that.
you get the call to say starts the process of launch. Getting the countdown. You've been given a vector to head out of airspace that's safe. You are basically just everyone's just getting ready, prepping. Before you launch, guys, are you doing anything special?
Well, we missed. Go ahead.
I'm just making sure I'm stabilized.
Yep. No, you're fine. As I said, all your physical stats will be halfway up from where they were to the top. So if you like, we're 5 out of 10, you'll be at 8.
Actually, you know what? I
Can't find my note where I wrote down my injuries.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you have them?
No,
can't-
sorry.
Oh, my
Well,
scribble
we'll be
scrap.
healed up by the time we get out of jump, anyhow.
Yeah.
Jacob looks at his pocket
I'm going to
computer
put my
and he
back
glances
suit,
at
make
his.
sure I have that handy, and make sure that it's prepped and ready for use.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
Yep.
Ah, dude.
Jacob looks at his black book listings on his pocket computer and goes, "Damn it!" Because obviously there's no night on our own anymore, so it's
Yeah.
time to take
He's-
off. There's
Yep. Okay. Jacob's brain is always where it is.
Yeah. Victor's getting into a vac suit just in case.
Okay, Victor.
Oh, I'm gonna put on my combat armor, but have the helmet right next to me also. So
Mhm.
because that X, yeah.
the guys putting on their shit.
What's going on? Should I put on my vac suit?
It might be
yeah,
handy.
It's scaring me now.
Yeah,
If
some guys
there's,
tried to stop us. They might be trying again when we leave. Who knows?
If there's a combat situation, we'll be ready to depressurize, so we don't take a depressurizing hit. We'll be ready to go.
Okay.
So I recommend a vac suit up and have your helmets nearby, if it comes to depressurizing.
Okay, so I'll jump into my vac suit like everyone else is doing then.
Cool.
Stav, I don't know. Stav looks at everybody and says, why are they combat cosplaying when they're leaving
Everyone
an
else is
urban
putting their vac suit
starport?
on. I'll put mine on as well.
Cool.
An urban starport in the civilized area, and we haven't even pissed off the tribe of 200 natives like we usually did.
Wow.
Ah.
Well,
Considering everything is kind of shady right now,
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Just
Yeah.
minor caution.
Okay. Do
Probably
I
nothing.
take it also that when Jacob suggested everyone to put their vac suits on, to keep weapons beside them or near them, just in case? Yeah.
Thinking if we would be boarded, maybe so. Yeah, I would say, what the heck? Go ahead.
Okay.
And since we're on our
Harvey
ship,
has
we
a
don't have
shotgun in engineering, and he always has his revolver on his hip.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah, I can have
Stav
my
has to
laser-
go with the
yeah.
flow and has to wear his vac suit too.
Okay. Rightio.
I have my laser carbine shotgun and 2 auto pistols.
God, you guys are ready.
They're right next to my chair. I mean,
Right.
right up. The shotgun's on the floor. So, yeah, we're like a
Basically,
little family.
guys, you've basically got some sort of rig that you can lock them into right near you. You've probably been at this game long enough to know, This is a good thing.
Victor's
Somebody
just wearing
besides
his
the board, they're
cutlass.
going to be shot up.
Okay, Victor.
Just wearing his cutlass.
Okay,
Figure if they come into engineering, it's going to be close quarters anyway.
okay.
Yeah, I don't like using a rifle in the ship.
No,
Got my
Well,
blade.
lasers are the worst because they tend to burn through. But anyway, you guys are rocking, ready to go. Permission start. Those in the cockpit and whoever's in the top gunnery position can see the engine bay, the landing bay doors open above you, exposing the sky and a lot of traffic. You're starting to punch in the coordinates, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Stav, you're verifying everything as going normally. Engine's going fine. Garen and Dale, I don't know what's happened to the player of Dale, are in their various gunnery bubbles, getting ready, firing them up, getting them hot. You get the order or the permission to launch, and you're off into space. Just give me a piloting roll to get up into space, please, Jacob.
Okay, we're working on that right now.
No low numbers. Cool. Okay, you're up pretty slick and pretty clean. Nobody has come at you in the atmosphere.
Is Pierre on the sensors? I mean,
Yep.
Stav on the sensors?
Stav will
I'm
be on the
asking.
sensors.
You
Yep.
don't see anything that looks hostile or anything coming at us in any way. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna push her up to.
yeah.
I'm pushing her up to full 4G to jump point, and I'm not gonna mess around. We're going to get to jump point as fast as we can to get into the safety of hyperspace.
Okay. So, guys, just need to make a roll there. Thank you. Just let me get to the right table. No, you're not going to encounter an assassin. I need the shipper counter tables.
And I'm asking Garen and Dale to keep their eyes out and keep those turrets ready.
Yep. So, can I get a roll, please, from Garen? And can you do one for Dale, Jerry, and can Stav you do one too, please?
A gunner skill, or what are we? What are we?
Just a 2d6. Yes, that you can add your gunner skill if you've got gunnery.
So, I believe Dale has gunner 1. If I
Yeah,
recall.
Stav, you can add your electronics.
I got a 10 for Dale.
Yep.
Do I
Cool.
roll gunnery? No.
You have got gunner 1.
Yeah, I've done her one.
2D plus 1.
Right.
Not so hot.
No. Okay.
Just
And-
gunner.
Yep. And just one from Garen, please.
And that would be.
What, gunnery?
Yep. 2d6 plus 1, I think. Is your skill.
Yeah.
Basically, you guys are scanning the skies with your guns and the targeting computers and all that sort of stuff, trying to see if there's anything coming your way that you don't like the look of. Stab was trying to use the ship sensors, the same thing. Okay,
Good job.
so Dale and Garen report in that they are both feeling clear. They've got clear skies around them. What's Stav saying? Because you can't quite make out everything.
I rolled. I say reply hazy, try again later.
Okay, it's doing the 8-ball of Mystic 8-ball or whatever it's called. Okay,
Well, we'll have to trust our gunners and the pedals to the metal. 4G straight to jump
okay,
point.
you instantly get into space. You don't even clear the orbit of the above port. You just hit straight into 4G.
Yes.
Boom,
We're
and-
hitting 4G as fast as we can.
Yep.
We're at
And
full.
you're moving in a fantastic speed.
And I don't even think we're going to decelerate. We're going to just accelerate and then decelerate on the other end. So we don't even want to slow down. So I'm going to coordinate that in my plans, so that when we come out, we have to give ourselves time for deceleration in the navigation plans. So that way we're at
Okay.
full speed. There's nothing.
So so
yeah.
you're coming out of jump at the full speed you went into.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds
Yes,
fun.
we are. We're not going to slow down to go to jump. We're going to go to jump at full speed. And then when we come that way, when we come out of jump, we're going to make sure we're enough diameters away in our course setting to slow down to immediately decelerate once we come out.
Okay.
Or yeah.
So
That way nothing can vector. They can't. If something's trying to attack us, they
Yep.
have to match our speed and vector. We have a better
fair
edge.
enough. Just hope you don't come out in front of something
Yeah, that's
unexpected.
true.
So 188 minutes it's going to take you to get to the jump point. In that time, you do get a call from another ship that identifies itself as the Peking Duck, a 200-ton free trader. They're just wondering, how's things and what's business like on Baku? Are you answering, Stav?
Wouldn't that be the captain answering?
Pierre, because he's doing all the communication stuff. Captain's flying and coordinating everybody.
Okay.
Gee, I'm wondering who is this ship that accosts us so familiarly here?
Just an incoming 200-ton free trader, they say.
Nothing
What is their
suspicious at all.
vector and their course compared to ours? Are they heading inward? Or are they heading?
They're heading
towards
inward.
us?
They're definitely heading inward. They're on a they're like at an angle of about 60 degrees to the way you're heading. So if your origin point was the back of your ship, you're heading forward. They're about 60 degrees to your right, and then
But
they're
their
on the
course
other end
is-
towards
their
you.
course is not in any way altered. It's Baku orientated. Is what
Yep.
you're saying. Is,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
So they don't appear to be any threat
At the moment,
at the moment. And okay, there's probably a free trader. They're slow. Probably 2 turrets of some capacity.
okay.
That's probably unfriendly.
Yep. So you're passing out. Can I get another sensor sweep, please, from Stav,
Okay.
and another check, please, by Garen and Dale.
Okay.
Okay, this
Ooh,
time.
that's better.
Yep.
Yes.
Stev's saying he's got something odd coming on, and both Dale and Garen are looking. Neither one of them actually see anything, but he's noticed what he thought were some small asteroids or just celestial bodies of debris or something. Sort of free floating really close to your vector that you were given, which is really odd, because they wouldn't normally give you that sort of vector. They'd keep you away from stuff.
Can I shift the direction of the ship to curve around them and still head?
You're gonna have to get
course?
permission from Baku, because you could then walk into an ongoing, because you're still very close to the planet. You could walk into another or fly into another vector, a ship's vector.
At this point,
We certainly
we're
don't
going to have
do
to
that.
mention what's that?
What was
What'd you say, Daniel?
certainly
Daniel? Oh, did he cut out?
I can't hear him.
Not
yeah.
on Discord.
okay. Well, I think it was something to the likes of, we've certainly got a few things to do or something like that. So
If we shift directions without their approval, how far are we to the jump point, anyways?
you are. Let me make a roll for that for you. And we'll just add a bit if it's not. Yeah, okay. You're about 83% to your location before jump.
I would ask Pierre to send a signal to Baku that we have some debris in our way. We have no choice at our acceleration but to shift our vector. We're close
What's it
to
looking
jump
like in
point.
engineering?
Sorry, what did you say there, Daniel? What does it look like?
Yeah, what are the engines like? Any problems?
Oh no, the engines are smooth as. You two are keeping them moving very nicely. The other thing, of course, is that this company believes in overhauling your ships and everything. He doesn't sort of skimp on that sort of stuff. So your engines are fine. You guys, the other thing, of course, is that your guys' communication lines would be open as you're hearing this, because you already alluded to something might be happening, so you're all hearing this in real time, so to speak. Brother is giving you his first alert about the debris, as he seems to think that it will actually drift into your current course.
I'm going to recommend that Stav send a signal that we
Yep.
have to shift our
I
course.
mean, we have to change course, or can we just blast the stuff out of our way?
Yeah.
Well, that's the. Let me. I recommend we shift courses a little, and that he gives Garen and Dale the locations to aim the pulse turret at the debris.
Okay.
If they can aim at it, and I'm going to recommend we fire
I didn't
because
hear, is that
I
a
have a feeling.
confirmation that we can just blast our way through?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So Stav's sending the message. You guys are getting ready with your locations. You are lining them up.
To shift.
No. This won't matter. It's only a minor correction. And Stav, that's when you notice that this debris is no longer drifting. It's now having very, very purposeful vectoring.
It's vectoring.
There's 4 of them.
Yep.
What do you mean vectoring us?
4 little fighters.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. But that's
No, of
okay.
course
You guys are ready. So when you come into your range, you are able to start shooting. So we're going to go back to the old. Now, what current programs have you got running?
Damn.
Because you're it's tense now. It's tight now with the computer systems. So work that out.
God, where's the Shalimar with the detail? Hang on.
In the handout.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, of course. What's our jump? We're just about ready to jump.
Well,
right?
if you
jump and get it.
We
Yeah.
can't jump yet. We'll take a penalty because we haven't reached 100 diameter point yet.
Yeah, it'd be dangerous.
And-
You've got your Nagorno Karabakh subsector there, and you're jumping from Baku to Lovanthar 9. It's a 2 jump
We have
away.
a computer model 4. How many slots is that? That's a lot of slots. We did already set our jump course, right? So we ran the navigate.
Yeah.
No,
Eh,
you've been flying.
I thought I heard him
that I
say.
said-
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
hear.
he did. He did say he was doing
4 is 8 slots, 15 storage.
Okay. So 8 slots. Our programs, we have Gunner Interact, Target, and Launch, of course, in. Those are all 1 slot each. So we have 8 slots. Anti-missile, return fire, and auto evade are all in. So that's 8 slots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the storage, we are running...
You're not running
Well,
anything in storage, but you've got to have maneuver.
Yeah, we have maneuver running too. We have to, of course, because we're maneuvering. We're accelerating to the point. But we did just run navigated or generate. And
Generate.
it's a jump 2 or 3. What's the distance?
2.
What are we?
That's a jump 2.
Okay, so that's 3 slots.
So you'll be
We have
pulling.
to
You'll be
run-
swapping at some time close.
Yeah, we already ran the navigate to set the course in the last. I would imagine the first 3/4 of our trip because I was punching the 4G. So those are in the slot. I mean the.
Okay. So you've got.
But we're running the combat programs: target, gunner, interact, launch, return fire, anti-missile, maneuver, and auto evade. We've got enough slots. We got a model 4, man. So all
Okay.
those programs are running. So we get the gunner interact and we can fire. What do we have? We just have 2 sandcasters and 2 B pulse lasers, right? Those are
No. Hang on a
What do
second.
we
You've got a beam laser, a beam laser, a pulse laser. Sorry, 2 double turrets. 1 beam, 1 missile, 1 pulse, 1 sandcaster.
And so 1 turret's lasers and 1's missile and sand, or are they? How are they set?
1's laser and missile rack, 1's laser and sandcaster.
Okay, and which characters in which turret?
Garen,
Garrett.
what did you prefer? Did you want to be shooting off a laser and missiles or a laser and sandcaster? Sandcasters throw out canisters of sand to try to the lasers refract so they don't tend to get to their target. It's a
It
defensive thing.
protects the ship.
Hmm.
Defense.
Which turret did you want to be in? The one with the lasers and the missiles, or the ones with the lasers and the sandcasters?
I thought Dale took the.
I don't know. He's not here, so
When we wrote it down, when we rolled them up.
it's okay.
Not here. I thought everyone was here.
No.
No, Dale's not here.
So, Garen, what do you want?
Okay. What? All right. So the lasers and
There's lasers and missiles in one turret, and
lasers
lasers and
and
sandcastles in the other one.
or
Sandcasters.
lasers and sandcastles. Okay, I'll take the lasers and missiles.
Cool. Okay. Radio. Okay. Radio. So you're coming into range. They are your standard 6G fighters. So they're gonna have a lot of maneuverability over you, but you've got a very solid vector going on. And this is all theater of the mind stuff.
Also, they were at a dead stop, and they just now started to accelerate.
Yep.
And we're going at a solid 4G.
Exactly.
So we're like zooming hardcore, man.
Yep.
They're going to have a hard time even targeting us or catching up with us.
Yep.
We're banging it already.
Okay.
There's a reason why I did that.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just go to this is all just theater of the mind stuff. I'm not going to use vector tables and everything. Intruder movement, you guys are moving. Bang. You know what you're doing. Intruder, well, that's them moving. Intruder laser fire. They have only got lasers on their ships because, yeah, that's what they've got. They chose not to take missiles. So, well, it says something about them, perhaps.
Performance issues.
Yeah. Pulse lasers causes 2 hits, but at a -1 to hit. So, radio. They get to fire their lasers first.
No, they're not firing first.
Okay.
Stand up.
That first laser will hit.
Of course it will.
And the second laser will hit. The third laser will hit. Fuck. And the last laser misses because there's actually got a 1 because they're all pulse lasers, which do 2 hits each. So there's 6 hits there. This is going to be hurtful. You guys.
Yeah, we just took a bunch of laser hits.
Did you not say they were -2 to hit?
+2.
No, minus
+2 for their skill, -1 for their weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I only had the +2.
Obviously,
Okay,
they have
so they've hit the hull. You've got a depressurization, but you're ready for that, so you lock that off and depressurize everywhere else. Well, you give the alarm, give people time to put on the helmets, and then depressurize everything. Boom. Okay. Fuel hit. Computer hit, but that's hardened, so it's got that taken off it.
We should still have enough fuel to make our jump, though.
Oh, yeah.
If we're going to have a leak, we're going to have to make a patch.
Okay, now your drive section has a hardened. It's just taken a hit, so that's knocked that out.
Crap, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Which should make you a little nervous back there, Victor and Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another hull hit. And a hold hit.
Oh, that's our cargo. Wonderful.
Some of your cargo is gone. Yep. So you've got a couple of holes there. You're speeding along quite nicely. Who's going to go where and do what? So first of all, you guys get to return fire.
Now, it's got to start with lasers, right?
Yep.
Now,
Laser.
who's got the pulse and who's got the beam?
Well, I'm going to say Dale's got the pulse and Garen's got the beam. So Garen, 2d6 plus your skill.
Gunner.
Gunner's 1, so
2d6 plus 1, get a 6, get an 8 or more? No, not quite. Okay, Dale.
I've got the pulse, right? So it's 2d6 plus 1 minus 1. I need a straight 8 or higher with pulse laser. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Good luck.
So straight 2d6. Hang on. Come on. That's a hit.
Bang, that's 2 hits.
And that's 2 hits because it's a pulse laser. You want me to roll the hits?
Yep.
Well, it's small craft too.
Yep.
So that's a 1, and that's an 11. Ooh,
Okay, his weapons are out,
good. That's 1 down.
and you hit the cabin, so the guy's out too.
He's on. It's
Yeah.
a small craft.
Yep,
Done.
he's gone. So you've only got 3 on your tail now. Okay, so we move down to Intruder Ordnance Launch. They don't have any. Intruder Computer Reprogramming, they don't need to. We go over to you guys. You are continuing on your vector. We've done the... now it's you guys shooting your laser fire.
Again.
Yep.
Oh.
Same thing. You can shoot
Yeah.
shoot that beam laser off there, Garen.
Don't forget to launch sand.
2D plus 1. I will as soon as I get a chance. I got to get to that phase. She missed.
Not this time. No.
Okay, I'm going. Gale is going to take another shot with the pulse, and he misses.
Okay. Intruder laser return fire.
We don't get any advantage for how fast we're going. I mean, in maneuver evade, doesn't maneuver evade create another minus?
-2. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So they should have maybe not.
so
that
hang
would've-
on.
That would have took away some of the other hits. I
That
think.
takes away 1 hull hit and the hold hit.
Okay, good. Our cargo's still
Yep.
intact.
Yep.
They get
Okay.
a -2. They get a -2 because we've got maneuver evade running, and we're going at a full blast 4G.
Yep.
So they're easier targets for
flat
us.
2. It's a flat 2. 2d6.
Yeah.
That one hits. That one hit. Hang on. That one misses.
They still hit with a 9.
Yep.
The other
Plus 2
two
minus
missed.
2.
We
Yeah,
took
because the
1
9
more
becomes
hit.
an 8 with the -1 for the pulse laser.
What about
Okay.
the -2 though? Oh, there's
Plus 2 for their skill, -2 for
Oh.
their. Yeah.
gunner 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so the hull hit. No, I'll just beam that up. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Computer. So
And,
can you've already done 1 level of fib. I don't know if I put 2 or comp 4. I didn't put on there, but I know I did it. No, this time it's a hit to the computer.
There is no hardening on the computer beyond 1 time.
Yep.
Hardening.
No, that's it. So
Well, we're at a minus penalty for all sensors and type of things, right? Computer actions. But we
Yep.
can still run the programs.
Yep.
that
At the
we've got.
moment. Yep.
Okay.
And now they've hit your hold.
Crap.
What? Where did they get the other shot? Oh, they get 2 hits for the pulse.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay. Now you guys get to return your native ordnance. So that's missiles and sandcasters.
Okay, this is 1 turn or 2 turns? No. Now we were only like 23 minutes from jump
Yeah,
points.
this
We
is
should-
the first round.
Okay.
Yep. So this is coming to the end of the first round. So you guys get to launch your missiles. So
Okay,
you don't need to
I
roll
want
yet, Jen. You roll a bit later on to see if the missiles actually hit them, and
That
same as your other
I
one.
want the sand too. The sandcaster's launched.
Okay. Computer reprogramming. Not much happening
There's
at the moment.
nothing we need to change unless we're ready to.
Yep, you're just moving quicker and closer to your jump point. We move straight back up to their movement. They're trying to get in a position, but as you said, you're moving quite fast, but they're accelerating at 6G, so they are catching up. Their laser fire, and it's a flat 2d6. Hang on, let me get this. 2, 2, 1. No, it's a... Now,
It's a minus. The sand
yeah, that's
didn't-
okay. Well, the 9 became an 8, so it still hits. First guy misses. Second guy misses. Third guy hits.
What about the sand?
The sand?
The sand would disperse right away. I mean,
Yes, it would. Make a roll for the sand to see if it was in the right area. Just an 8 or more will be enough.
no.
Nope. Okay. Not this time.
So that one hit made it.
That's okay. You got tons of sand canisters. So that one hit. God, and your fuel,
That's the second fuel hit.
and in your computer. I don't know how the hell they're hitting your computer so much, but they hit your computer. Okay, so I'm going to say at the moment that brother is having to pop something out. He's probably going to have to.
Anti-missile.
Sorry.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just going to randomly roll, and whatever this program is just going to be randomly taken out by him because he just can't run it right now with the damage to the computer.
We can't choose which one to put out.
You can change it later on, but he's just shot number 5 out, whatever that was. What was that?
I have no idea.
Well, just list all the combat ones because you listed maneuver and maneuver evade last. I remember that much. Yeah, gunner interact.
Well, we don't want that one to be gone. We need that one.
Well, that's number 1.
Okay, so number 5. What's number 5 on the list? Okay.
Return fire?
2, 3, 4. Anti-missiles 5. Because you've got target, gunner, interacts 2. Launch is 3. Return fire is 4. Anti-missile is 5. Auto evade is 6. So he launched out the anti-missile. That's the order you have it listed under the
Yep.
sound line.
That's fine.
So we're not using that anyways at this moment. They can't launch missiles. We don't even need to run that program. So that's okay.
Just means you can't use your missiles for now until you change something else around. Okay, that's cool.
No, that just means we can't fire on missiles. We can still use our missiles, and we launched them.
Auto evade
Oh, yes,
part of
you
the
got launch.
computer program too?
We have launched running. Anti-missile means we cannot target our lasers on incoming missiles.
So that's
we're
all the
good.
computer stuff.
Yep.
We don't need it anyway.
Yep, that's all
So
cool.
from target to auto evade are computer programs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those, everything under the combat and crew, no, is all computer programs. Yeah.
We need target to fire our weapons.
Yep.
Auto evade gives them a minus to hitting us, an automatic -2 to hitting us.
Yep.
But of course, they're pretty well skilled. And our gunner interact allows you to use your gunner skills,
Yep.
which would suck if you couldn't use those.
Okay,
That gives
so
us +1.
you guys get to shoot off your lasers at them now.
Again?
Yep.
Good.
Good job. That's a hit.
That's
And I
a hit. Okay, rightio. Give me a 2d6 roll, please.
Another one?
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
flat 2d6. You're taking off the the
flat
location.
A flat 2d6.
7. That's their computer.
And they're small craft, so it's pretty much wipe them out.
It wipes it out. It
There
just
should only be about
he's
2 left.
basically spinning out of control because it has no
Good.
computer.
Because
He's moving off into space somewhere
I want them down.
at a nice velocity.
What about the
velocity.
missile now that she launched?
That will go.
We passed them. They had to be in
Yeah.
somewhat range, and I don't know how they could catch up to us that fast from
Right,
6G.
so they're
Even
going
though they have
down.
6G, they
It's
just started
Theater of the
accelerating.
mind stuff. It's all to be very, very highly dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they were going to do their ordnance launch, which they don't have, but now the missiles that you just sent their way in the previous round, you get to roll 2d6 plus 1, Jen, to see if you can hit.
See if it hits. Come on, hit. Come on, Jen.
Yes! 1d6, please.
1d6, yes.
That's how many missiles hit.
That's how many hits it makes. Yep. You don't want.
Ooh, the max.
Can we count the 6? Oh, there was 2 missiles she launched, or what?
No, just one.
Yeah, you said the next one.
I'll say it's 6. Okay, Jen, you need to roll 2d6 6 times.
Okay, 1,
Small craft. That's
3,
Cabin,
4,
he's gone.
5, 6.
Okay,
And
so
the
the cabin's
bomb.
gone. You've hit the cabin. You've hit you've got a critical. We've got a roll. You've hit their computer. You've hit the cabin again, and then you hit their drive. And I need you to roll a 1d6, please. If you get a 6, it's pretty impressive.
Oh!
Close, but you hit their
That's
computer
close.
again. They're gone.
either
Probably
way.
you've the only thing poor guy probably had was a keyboard, which is gone because you've massacred the. Yeah, he's just spinning slowly into space.
There's only one left.
Yeah. Okay. So
Good job,
we
man.
move down into your guys' laser fire.
We got 1 to target left.
Yep, so both of you can target it.
That's a hit.
Okay, so Garen, you want to shoot at it?
What
Beam
D6
laser it.
what again?
2d6 plus 1. It's you're trying to shoot your laser at it. Not this time.
That's a miss.
Okay,
All right, 2 hits.
2 hits, yep.
I have a 7 and a 3.
Computer and the drive. So,
They can't even move anymore. It's
well, they
3.
can't control it. They're just flying off at their vector and boom, that's it. Not much else. Okay, you guys, since they can't really do shit all, you keep on moving towards your point.
2 fuel hits. We lost about 20 tons. I think we're going to go into damage repair. Look at the hole and gear and switch
How's our fuel
routes.
supply? Do you have enough?
30 tons, I think. It's a lot because you have a jump. It's 300-ton ship, and we have a jump 3 in a month's worth of operation. So that would be about 130 tons. Yeah, 130 tons. So we have enough fuel to still jump and operate.
Yep.
But we lost about 20 tons with the 2 hits. Yeah,
We
we
thought
lost.
our
We didn't lose any cargo, did we?
We got some of our cargoes damaged.
But it's not okay. It's not. lost,
So you're in a
That roll rescinded. The hull hit with cargo. That was eliminated because of our.
Yeah, he got
Oh, yeah.
another one.
Then he got another one.
Yeah, he had another one.
So
we
you've
didn't
got
lose it. We just damaged some, right?
yeah. Well, so you've
Okay.
lost a little bit of your cargo, but yeah. What you've got to do is patch up your hull. There's 2 hull patches there and the hold before you go into jumping. You've got around about 20-something minutes to do so.
Okay.
People need to
Well,
scramble.
that's, I think this was the last thing to try to get us. We stopped accelerating. We're just coasting, and we're going to start to patch up some of those things to prepare to jump, and maybe also look at the computer, see
We're
what we
not
can
being
Shot
expect.
at right now?
Sorry, Jen?
We're not being shot up at, right?
No,
No,
no.
we're done.
They're all. You've taken them out pretty quickly.
Good. Assholes.
That's
Okay.
the way.
So, as the mechanic, what can I help? you fix?
Best thing to do is get to a hull and get some hull plating and patch it on.
Okay.
I also have mechanical too if we're at a coast.
I'm going.
I say we keep stopping the
Well,
sensors.
you're the pilot. You need to maneuver the ship.
Yeah. Maneuver
I've
the
got
ship.
mechanical one. I'll head on up to start patch something.
Okay, so that just leaves the hold to be patched.
All right. Well, maybe I'll do the hold first, and then go worry about the hull.
Okay,
Maybe
so
pressurize, but that cargo is
rightio,
valuable.
so you and Garen. Does Denver have mechanic?
Nope.
No.
Just
Okay.
engineering.
Engineering. Okay, cool. Okay, so Stav, you've got electronics, eh?
I do, yeah.
And some computer skills. So you're, I don't know. I guess you're the
I got a
person
whole-
trying to.
Yeah, I got
fix-
a whole lot of computer skills. So
Cool.
Go there and
um,
fix the computer there, buddy.
I
Yeah.
think my main thing is to make sure that we have the right programs to do a successful jump without any issues.
We got
Okay.
enough
That will be easy. It's just that you're trying to patch up the.
damage.
Yeah, if possible.
Take away the penalty.
Yep. So if you want to do that roll, because that's the only one that needs to have a roll at the moment.
So I'm rolling computer to fix damage.
Plus your skill. You're 3,
Yeah,
right?
My skill's 3. That's
Yeah.
very good for whatever. Well,
Because I remember in the
programming,
original
hardware.
game we were using computers towards sensors. You were getting yeah.
Okay, but in this game, computer's
sorry.
computer. I
Yeah.
have to make a roll for that.
You asking me to roll? No. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
That's under.
Good.
Nope. Okay.
Complication.
Yep. He's going to need some bits. He's going to need Victor to print off some bits for him to. He can't do anything without it. Basically, Victor and Garen will be able to fix up the hold and all that sort of stuff. And Victor and I think Denver just did. I'm not sure. Did say someone needs to report this to the authorities.
Oh yeah, I don't trust the authorities
Victor's-
now.
Yeah.
Can I come?
I'll write them a
pilot-
stern letter when we get to the next system.
A very sternly worded letter.
We should
Very
send,
stern letter.
we need to send something to Keller and let him know
Yep.
about this.
Okay, on your
Yeah,
supposedly
tell the-
Our guy.
tell the
secure channel.
authorities on Baku that a lot of crackerjack debris with a surprise in it is not what we like. We
Okay,
don't like that at all.
right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's sent off. You guys get closer and closer. She's jump worthy, but not that ship shape, if you know what I mean. You're going to have to do some proper stay for a little while, do some proper repairing when you get to your next port.
Well, that's why I quit accelerate. Well, we can
Yeah.
jump now. You said we're
Yeah.
capable. But
Yeah. Yeah.
We can work on the computer from the inside, can't we? Once we're in jump.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Well, yeah, we
because
gotta
you are
keep
using it to keep you in jump.
The processor, running to run the navigated, the jump programs. Those are the only programs we need to run, and the life support, obviously.
And
So
brother.
we only need 3 slots, but we have 8, so we
Yeah.
should still be able to work around that.
Okay.
If we're clear of any danger, if we don't need anything else,
I'm going to activate the jump drive then. If all signs are go, I ask for a report from everyone, and I will roll for the jump roll.
My section is fixed.
Cool. Yep. You
Do we
get
have enough patched up? Is that a straight 2D roll? Do I need to roll anything? Or
you
Yeah,
do
right.
for your normal blow up and miss jump stuff. So it's not going to your miss jump's not going to happen, and
both rolls are 9, which I believe are good and under.
Yep.
So yeah, and I mean we're serviced except for the damage we've taken. If that would
Just
affect
now, yep.
anything.
And you enter jump space. Finally.
I commend Garen and Dale on the good job shooting and the great missile hit. That was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, no problem, man. I wanted to get them back. What the hell was that? Does this guy have a target on his head that we now
I
have?
give her a high
on our
five,
back?
and I also go back and check with Victor and Denver and see if they have everything intact back there.
They've lost their armor on the drive area, but it's not. It just needs to be put back on. Printed off and put back on. It's going to take about a week for all of that work to be done.
Do we have a 3D printer
Yep.
in the material to make some of our own components?
At the
huh?
moment.
It lasts about a week, so that would be great.
Yep. So you can start printing stuff ready. Yep. And that'll cut down your repair time when you get to your jump point. Your next jump.
Well, our fuel tanks are hatched. We're going to be a little shy on fuel, but we only had to make a jump 2 instead of a jump 3, so we still have plenty of fuel.
Yep.
Assuming.
Okay, so anyone apart from if you've done your experience thing and you're doing your physical regime or you're learning your skills or whatever, is there anything else anybody else wants to do? I will tell you that Garen, you and Dale, your gunnery turrets are equipped with recording video equipment, so you would have probably recorded what you can from the engagement. Which may be used for information, I don't know. Sorry, Jen, you're way far away.
Sorry, can we please?
Oh,
can't hear you.
Way far away, yeah. Something's wrong. Got to turn up her mic or something. Did we lose her?
no, she's there. There we go. We're back. You're back. Yep.
Lost again.
I can't hear her.
What's happening? The internet again.
That's roll 20. She's talking up. You can see it lighting up.
Yeah.
There you are.
There we go.
Now?
Yep.
There you go.
All good, matey. So what is Garen wanting to do with the video that she may
Can
or may?
I blow up the information so we can all see from the video what happened?
Okay,
Yeah.
rightio. You can
We're gonna-
blow up the last target on the video as you blow it up in real life. So as probably thought, it's an unmarked fighter, a standard fighter, one that the Navy would use. So someone's managed to get their hands on Navy equipment. Either pirates or a rich corporation would be the ones that come to mind logically who would have that ease. You can basically see when your shots impact on it and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, that's about it at the moment. That's all you get. You don't get
there's-
super high resolution, but you can get enough slightly pixelated information to see.
We can't read anything from a transponder or that links them to anything of any sort or any way like
Okay,
that.
Stav.
Computer skill, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Stav. Yeah, this is not a real transponder signal. It's missing important pieces in the data stream. On the surface of it, it's fine, but when you actually look at it, you can see the bits that are missing. It's not a real data stream. It's just a mask.
That's not a real data stream. This is a real data stream.
You can't take a real data stream.
You call that a data stream? This is a
Data stream, yeah. Yeah, so there's obviously, as you already know, some shenanigans going on here. And you have evidence.
Navy. The word Navy keeps coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Can we do a cross-reference or something from anybody that our boss knows from the Navy?
Okay. He was in the Marines, so he would have had at some stage, and you would have heard stories about how he shipped out on various Navy vessels to various peacekeeping and of that sort of nature of activity. Possibly could be any of those. You sort of recollect some vague things. This all looks the one thing you do know, Garen, that everyone who does see the video, this is a modern fighter. This is not an old fighter model. This is a modern fighter. These are like,
newer?
a year or two old. Sorry?
So it's newer is what you're saying.
Yep. And
Yeah, why would that be a surprise?
Yep.
Everyone runs around with old stuff?
Yep. And can I get Victor and Denver, please, to give me a roll if they're looking at the video?
All right.
Do I add anything? Say for my terms in the Navy?
You'll get a +1 on top of it. So Victor, you noticed something, and Victor, yours will go up to 9. So Victor and Denver, yeah, you both sort of look at each other. You can see something on this vehicle that you know is there's something on this vehicle that shouldn't be on this vehicle. You're not sure what it is.
Can I make an engineering check?
You can try. Yep.
Do I get anything for my intelligence?
Nothing just at the moment because it's an unknown thing. You're not sure what you're looking at. Just relying on.
I'll do one as well.
Yep.
He has to base it on viewing the video or the footage, footage, let's say. It's
Okay.
obviously a bomb trigger, but to be sure, you have to go out and feel it.
Right. Yep. So Denver, you think it's got something to do with supercharging the engines or something like that, or it could be some sort of because both you and Victor. And Victor, if you want to roll one, both you and Victor are aware of upcoming changes and all sorts of stuff. It could potentially, and Victor, it could potentially be some sort of field emitter, as in like a force field or shields or something of that nature, as opposed to just leaving it to passive armor. Victor, yes, an NOI. Victor sort of corroborates that it's likely to be some sort of engineering enhancer as opposed to a defensive piece of equipment. But it's something neither of you have really seen before. It's kind of odd. You'd like to get your hands on it.
Huh.
Which might answer your question, Jacob.
Ah.
How could
Do
they
you
get
wanna
so
pull
close
around
so
and-
quick?
I want to pull around and try to grab some debris.
Well, you're in jump at the moment, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
What are you
we're in
doing?
jump.
Yeah.
We missed
I
out
didn't
on
really
that.
actually hit jump yet.
Yeah.
We're already on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't roll for the engines or anything. So I thought we hadn't jumped yet.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So just more questions, but you got some evidence. Something. You know something's not right. So this isn't this, well, I don't want to tell you what you guys might think, but I mean, some of the things that might be more obvious than not. If this is a corporation, they would have to have able to get advanced technology, and yeah, obviously lots of corporations do involve themselves in high-tech research.
Yeah.
But also they would have to get their hands on some pretty recent Navy fighter vehicles, which would be kind of hard.
Whatever's coming up against us is pretty high end. We've figured that much out.
Yep.
But we don't exactly understand why. It has something to do with the rivalry with Keller, is all that we do know.
We didn't do anything.
Nope. Unfortunately, you're in the frying pan, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Garen, once you've shown the video and everyone's tried to dissect it, are you keeping it somewhere safe, or what do you want to do with it? Jen?
Sorry, what?
What do you want to do with the video?
We should
I'm going to document the video and
Keep it in case anyone, thinks of something else and wants to re-watch the video.
Okay, so
Archive it.
do you have a hand computer?
Hold on. I think.
If not, you're just saving it in Brother, but just remember, Brother is a little bit wonky at the moment.
I bought a computer. Hold on.
We all had those.
Yes.
We should.
Yep.
No. Yes, I bought a hand computer.
Cool.
So yes, I do.
Okay, so you can keep it independent of Brother. So if anything happens to Brother, who's the computer, it's safe.
All right.
Cool. Okay. Good stuff.
Or a question:
Yes.
Do I have any handle on what's happening to Brother? I mean, is he just degrading into Daisy?
No,
Or
he's
what?
not degrading Daisy. There's some significant damage that you need to actually get some correct from the 3D printer. You need to get some particular pieces to basically get him back up to running again. He's got reduced capacity, basically. He can only do 7 out of 14 at the moment, and you've got -1s on a whole lot of computer-based roles.
That's terrible. Okay. I suggest also that we should probably beam that video footage to Keller Jupiter, because he's going to know more than we do about any intrigues. And
We're kind of screwed on that because we're in jump. I mean,
we're already in jump.
goes,
Damn.
yeah, nothing goes faster than light, man.
We should have reported everything that happened before jumping.
We did beacon him a message that we were attacked, I thought.
Yep.
But we didn't go through that data because we were trying to repair and get out of there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So after we come out of jump, then we can send him the video.
Well, he's too far away.
You can find something that can deliver the video to him if you want to.
Yeah.
Make another copy or something.
It's gonna make it there.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do apart from? I'm assuming that Stav's told either Denver or Victor that he needs these parts for Brother, and they're gonna have to work out which parts they need to print first, because they've got the armor they need to print. They've got to print off some hull stuff as well as the computer pieces, components.
I'm just going to walk around the ship
Yep.
and check mechanical stuff to make sure everything's on par.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, everything's cool. Having a look at, so Dale will have a look at the in the hold. You've lost around about 10% of the cargo, and most of it was luxury items. So nothing important to living, but well, if enjoyment is part of really important to living, yes, then you have unfortunately lost that. But yeah, some of the luxury items were destroyed in the attack.
So luxury items in the way bikes?
I missed that. Sorry, Gina, I missed the last couple of bits.
Luxury items, like what do you mean, like TVs and?
Oh, luxury items, videos, stories, books.
Really?
For those people who are into that sort of thing, porn, plastic sex toys, whatever.
Some of the good
You
stuff?
can't do that. That's
Says Jacob, quickly removing his gear.
that's just wrong.
Coffee.
Jacob says.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah. What's
Give
wrong?
us scandalized.
Terrible.
Here, we are also carrying some of these.
So yeah, so just mainly luxury items that
Damn it.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's gone. But like the food and
no.
the other
my
mechanical equipment that you're delivering, it's all okay. So
Oh,
yeah, you've lost
Oh,
lost
really?
the thing that you didn't need to worry about too much about.
I'm
So-
gonna pick up more.
Rest of the week goes through. Nothing else happens, obviously, in jump space. Can everyone please give me a 2d6 roll and tell me by how much you're either over or under your intelligence?
Okay.
Just slowly, please, because I've got to take these numbers down.
So 2d6.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Quick.
So, Denver, you are
1 over.
1 over. Cool. Stav,
Something
I
wrong
rolled
with
lower
my
by
roll.
1.
1
My roll
under.
sucks. My roll
Jacob?
20 sucks. I gotta reboot my roll
Over.
20. It
Okay.
won't. It just choked on me. It wouldn't let me open and check something.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Yep.
have to give me a minute
Yeah.
to do this.
Garen,
I'm under by 7.
under by 7. Okay. Victor,
I got an intelligence of 3 and roll a 7. So that's 4 under.
4 under. Okay, and Mantar, can you just roll for Dale, please? I'll
Sure.
find out his intelligence. Just now.
10.
He rolled a 10. Okay, that's over by 3 for him. Right, okay, and I'll just have to
I rolled
wait
a 7. I'm under by 2. My intelligence is 9.
Okay, so Stev and Jacob, you
Yeah.
guys have some mild unsettled sleeping on the 5th night in jump space. Victor, you sort of wake up in a bit of a disturbed mental state. You're not quite sure what, but it's like there's some sort of alarm going off in your head. Garen, you have one of the weirdest, and whether it's just the recent events, you're not sure, but you can see some figures and they're hunting you down. Then suddenly you sort of realize they're actually hunting the team down. You're all together and they're hunting you down. Perhaps it's just the events
These
that
are
have
like
gone on.
nightmares or dreams we're having.
It's kind of like a dream. You get the really weird thing in this dream is, although these guys are in sort of white mesh helmeted suits, so one of them you can actually sort of see through the helmet and see the face, but just the face, not, and it's more just like the oval of the face. You can really see that really clearly. It's a female face, you know that. You can almost touch her name, but you can't quite. But you get this real overwhelming fear. They're tracking you and they're wanting.
Is her name Kaisha?
No,
Aisha, or was it Aisha?
Aisha. No, she doesn't know. She can't quite get the name.
Really, like a letter or a piece of it?
No, it's just, you know how you it's there, but it's not. It's blurred in your head, but you can't quite. But you're so close to it. But who knows? But you wake up, you are perspiring. It was quite a heavy dream. Yeah. So what? When you guys start the rest of the day, I don't know what you want to talk about or do anything about it. But even though you're trying to play it down, Garen, it has put you on edge, and people would notice visibly that there's something either agitating you or something. There's something different. You're just not settled.
I would
Definitely change my shirt because
Yep.
if I was sweating.
Yep.
And I would, I need a big cup of coffee with vodka because I had a terrible dream.
Rightio. So you go into the common room. Victor's there already. He's got a cup full of his favourite Joe from the one from his room, not the one from his engineering section. He's looking a little bit.
Haggard.
Yeah, just a tiny little bit. And like this is like 4 o'clock in the morning. You both are there.
Mr. Vodka.
Yeah, you know.
Didn't know a year ago.
A little bit of that and the coffee might be good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a start.
yep.
But I had
Yeah.
a terrible dream last night.
You
Or-
too, huh?
Now, yeah, it was freaky. It's not one of my usual awesome dreams, but I need the coffee and I need vodka in it. Or something.
Alright.
I need a strong cup of coffee.
I
Black.
can dig it.
Just upset that loss in our luxury goods.
Obviously, obviously.
Did all the alcohol go with our luxury goods?
No. Some of their alcohol went. None of your alcohol went.
Yeah, we're good.
We have intelligent distribution of alcohol in nooks and
Yeah.
crannies.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we have
Yeah.
vodka and rum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All the ex-military stashing their booze.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but basically, you two sort of talk. Although Victor can't put as much clarity than you can
Yeah.
to his experience, it's definitely the feeling you got, Victor.
It's like
Yeah. I can't remember the dream, but I know it was something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something that's down, like
What's happening like now, but it's worse than that, and it's like white guys with helmets and mesh suits, and there was a female face. There's a woman involved. Oh my God, did he screw enough women that someone's after him now?
Oh, really? What did she look like? What did she look like?
That's what happened.
Ah,
Jumped
are you
on
serious
some,
about one of mine? What'd she look like?
Right.
jumped on some dame, and now we're paying for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's all becoming really clear.
Yeah.
Hey, don't confuse me with
Knocked
your
up.
weird dream here. What was my dream again?
Well, it wasn't. Yours wasn't a clear dream. It was just disturbed
Okay.
sleep. Like both you
Okay.
and Dale. Well, I mean, if you start talking and then you talk to the other two, it did have a feeling like you were being hunted. Had that you didn't have all the detail that Garen has. She had incredibly clear detail to her story, but yours and Dale's just felt like you were being hunted.
Yeah, call it female intuition.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the days are sort of coming to the end and jump. You basically Denver and Victor, you've been able to print out everything you need for when you come out of jump space to start redoing the hull and redoing the armor on the drive section. It's going to take a bit more because you've used up almost all of the stuff you need to print. You're going to have to refurbish somehow and get some more of that printing resource
Yeah. I had
to
that
be able
one time.
to do the hardening around the computer again.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you've got the parts for Stav to start having a go. So Stav, do you want to have a go now or when you're in normal space and the ship is not actually under power?
This is to repair the computer.
Hmm.
I think I should try to do repairs while I'm, ahead
Safely?
of time. Well, safely, I'll wear my rubber sneakers and be ground me
Okay.
or insulate me. No, no, I don't want it to be grounded. I want to be insulated.
Right.
Which is which? Insulating or grounding? I forget. No, come on. I'm computer 3, guys.
Yep.
I got to confidently do some repairs here.
So you want to do it while you're in jump.
Yeah.
Okay, where you go?
Okay, I'm gonna make a roll.
Okay.
Boldly roll. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Rightio. Brother comes back on and does a self-diagnosis. Thanks you. In his usual warm tones that he does. Fully processing. Fully at full power. Do you wish me to re-engage the anti-missile program?
Not necessary.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you come out of jump. You are just outside of the 100 meters of
Diameters, yeah.
100,
Now we
sorry,
want everybody
100 meters. You'd be dead. Sorry, Levantar 9.
Is Jacob hot dogging again? 100.
Yeah, he's doing his.
We would have given ourselves enough time to slow down because we got to put on the brakes now.
Yeah,
Remember,
you're just outside of 100 diameters of Levantar 9.
Shift into deceleration mode to match the vector with the planet, and I would also make sure that of course I want Garen and Dale in the turrets and everybody on their stations.
Yep.
Prepared, and we're going to be running the combat programs.
Okay.
All of our combat programs.
So just before, a couple hours before you're getting ready, you will get the chance to reference Levantar 9. It's a C-star port that you're going to. There's only one on the planet. There's nothing up above. It's a size 4 planet. It's got a 6, which I think is a standard atmosphere. It's 90% covered in water. You've got the picture there in front of you. Population 9, population 5. Have I put 9 there? No, 5, sorry. At last census was around about 901,000 people. It's a technical feudal technocracy. So the people who have the most of the brains do the sort of most of the governance. Although in saying that, it's really a whole lot of agreements between a lot of different companies who are working the planet. There's nothing native to this planet, a sentient native, so it's not owned by anyone. It's a 1, sorry. Yeah, it's corporation, sorry. I'm reading the wrong number, I beg your pardon. Why have I got so many numbers there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm doing it. Okay, so yeah, it's a company thing, sorry. It's a 1. No law level, which everyone loves. And it has a 9 tech level, which means that they've got spaceships, but not starships. They don't have any capacity to repair starships. They can.
Class B? What'd you say? Was it
C? It's only a C. Gas giant, and it's non-industrial. It's basically a planet. If you remember, they are basically mining the oceans here for various things.
I have another question, Steve. Now, our course and our mission was secret. That wasn't public information.
No.
That's right.
No. Okay. So nobody knows exactly where we went. They just wanted to stop us.
They shouldn't know unless they've got hold of someone. The logistics that Calla was talking to you about before would have probably been him and 1 or 2 liaison officers for his company, who are probably you're going to meet on the way, because they are sort of establishing the links and the strengthening that new arm that he's trying to open up. So they would have sent secure messages back to Baku, but they wouldn't have actually gone visiting in person. So if there's been a leak anywhere,
We might have a mole.
there could be a mole. Yep.
So we have to kill everyone.
Almost, except for your boss and yourselves,
Yeah.
because it could be anyone else.
Exactly.
So that's how her flow chart goes, right? She always goes for the kills.
That's it.
Yep.
That's
Everyone's
player
picking out
character
now.
101 right there.
There you
Kill
go.
everyone.
Kill everyone. Just goddamn it, I keep on running out of ammo. And we'll bring out the stabby stick. Okay, so you guys, you are coming in, and just let me see about any sort of. I don't think there is any sort of encounter. Oh, hang on, there is. I beg your pardon. Okay, for some reason, there is a patrol cruiser, and it's hailing you. Okay. Well, it says it says it's a patrol cruiser.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you don't know until you get to see visuals on it, do you? However,
Hack it.
no, that doesn't work anymore. But Stav, if you want to try to check its via brother, see if its credentials, all the normal things that you expect, and when it sends its codes and all that over are present, and they don't look like they've been falsified. I mean, it's not accurate, but it gives you a better idea. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to try that now.
All right. I think about hacking it, but I would need a 50,000 kilometer network cable to do that.
That's about it. Yeah. And someone to get it clicked into the plug.
We were referring to a game of ours years ago when I mentioned.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Okay.
very nicely. Okay,
Great roll.
Stav, if this is fraudulent, they've done an astounding job.
It's not.
Yeah, it's probably genuine. So,
We replied peacefully. I asked Stav to reply peacefully. Merchants on merchant civilians on business.
Shalimar, all the other bits and pieces.
Yeah. Just
So,
the basic, we're on the up. We have nothing. Yeah.
This is basically the patrol cruiser, the Firebird, out of Baku, doing its standard sort of checks in these less patrolled areas. They just want to. They just want you to send over, or at the moment, just your digital ID, and they want to do just a visual sight of your ship.
Okay.
So you're going to have to get into with about, I don't know, round about 1,000 clicks between each of you.
Well, we're
that's
going to, of
close.
course, keep our combat programs on. I would ask everybody to stay at their stations.
Yep.
But we are non-hostile. We're not messing with a patrol cruiser, man.
No
We
one's
will
messing with the
comply.
patrol cruiser.
Oh, 4 turrets, double beams, and missile racks? No. No.
Yeah.
They'll shred us.
We should let them know we were shot up at our last stop. And
I don't think so.
I don't think we need to let them know that.
It's
Because that
we're
it.
going to do a visual inspection. We're going to have patched holes.
It doesn't matter. Just tell them we were a piece of shit when we took off, okay? We're not gonna tell them
Yeah, we were shit when we took off.
Tell them that we had
Exactly.
hostile interactions in the
Yeah.
past. We don't have to give them
Yeah.
that information. We want to
Exactly.
be on the cuff.
Yeah.
Quiet
If you
until we know
want
more.
that.
You want us to be a target again?
No.
These
We
guys-
don't want to tell them.
Okay.
Nothing. We don't know exactly who they are either.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's too many questions.
We don't
Sip
say
it.
nothing unless they ask if we had hostile interactions in the past.
Yep.
Okay, so the interaction goes just as planned. They come in alongside you around about 1,000 K off. They do a visual, they swing around you, do a circle around you, that sort of stuff. They do note that you seem to have taken some damage, but they don't seem to ask about it. Your ship shape, and you've come. The only thing they want to know, was this damage taken in system?
No, negative. That's
Here,
old
no.
damage from previous engagements with hostiles.
Okay. Radio. Well, fair flying, and all the best. And if you're bringing in some luxury items, there's lots of people on that planet that will be very happy.
Yeah, we do have
We're
a variety
sad.
of cargo. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Right.
And may the stars
Yeah.
be good with you, or whatever the slogan would be.
Yep.
W-
All
We're
good.
sad because we lost all our Elvis busts. We lost all
we
the
still have some. We still have
we
some.
lost
thank
all
God.
the lace
Thank
pillows
God we
embroidered.
lost the Elvis bus.
Toys in the porn.
We lost all the embroidered lace pillows that say mother.
Yep.
Yeah, the porn was unfortunate, but the bus was a godsend.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. So Jacob, you come into the planet. You've been here before, guys. I believe it's on the sheet that you've been to this place before, so you know this place. You know exactly where you're going. You're actually going on an ocean-going platform somewhere over here. If you can see where I'm pinging on the
Ship click.
yeah
That forces us to go there.
Where are
There you
you?
go.
Yeah.
Ship
over
click,
here,
there we go.
over here.
We're going to the sea.
Yeah, it's a seagoing affair.
Kind of like a floating island type of thing, or what?
Floating factory, basically. They've got, you know that they've got this one main factory, and they've got a couple of others. And Steve is trying to find all of his stuff that he had ready. They've got 2 others that they're trying to establish. Okay, it's not here. That's okay, I'll make it up as I go. Alright guys, so you are coming down into the atmosphere. Levantha 9 is a smallish planet, so it doesn't tend to have, it's a cooler planet, but it doesn't tend to have a violent environment, so storms and such are quite rare. So just give me a piloting roll please, just to get in. It should be pretty easy.
Okay, 2d6 plus 3. Give me 1 second to get this up. Oh, I'm not like Pure with the macros. I
Yeah,
just use
that's all cool.
die roller.
Yep, all fine, no problems. So you're flying in. You guys on the gunnery turrets, you get a good view.
Okay.
Yep, there's nothing. As you get a bit lower, around about 500 meters above sea level, and then you're going to be flying to your location. You can radio ahead if you want to. There might be the odd avian creature in the sky. They're not terribly big. Biggest ones would be like the size of an albatross. Yeah, they're all sort of based on sort of seabird type things. The ocean does have some aquatic life, but nothing has been rated as sentient. Yeah, that's about it really. It's a quiet place, apart from when you get to the mining sections, which are the seagoing ones. Mostly are automated. They have very small crews on them. As I said, this one there's one main factory that's mining, and you know these guys mine gold and magnesium from the ocean water. So there's that, and they're setting up 2 more. They've got you've been around these guys before. There's 2 guys who operate the submersibles that go into the trying to establish the. There's one on the seafloor that they're trying to establish, and there's another floating one that they are just trying to find best positioning to get their best product out, so to speak, and this old one. So the captain, if you like, or the head of the group is a guy called George Bunning. He's the one you do most of the work with. He's matter-of-fact-ish. And then you've got a couple of the other folk that work on ship that you're more friendly with because you like crew sort of thing. So you radio ahead, I'm guessing, so they know you're coming in. They'll prepare you the landing pad, which is on top of, as I said, the main factory. So the main factory itself, you come in and it looks like it's on pylons, but actually those things are actually struts that lead down to flotation devices. So this
Really?
is actually floating with weight in the water.
Wow.
So the factory itself is around about 6 levels tall. You've got the top 2 levels above water, and they keep on, adjusting the pumps and the air pressure and all that sort of stuff to maintain all that sort of stuff. So you come in, you land. There's not much of a hassle with landing because they make sure they know how big your ship is and they clear the ground. They know you. You bring it in nice and sweet. Pretty much they engage some locks around your ship legs, so you're not going to suddenly slide off if something does go awry. And then you're given the all clear to disembark and open up the cargo decks and start unloading and all that sort of stuff. Normally it's about a 2 or 3 day stay here to offload, to have a bit of a relax, to unload anything for them to take back to Baku. Normally, of course, this time you're not, so you're not quite sure how this one's going to play out. But you also know you're going to have at least 3 days of working, and the people who are working refitting the armor and the hull and that do need to have some downtime too, so it could be a 4 day sort of visit this time around. And you've also got the potential, if you think it's appropriate, to sell your own cargo or keep it for another ride. Do you remember what you bought?
Yeah.
We bought wood.
Yeah.
If it's still intact, we didn't lose it. You said, is our wood still
Yeah,
intact?
Yep.
we just lost luxury items.
Just luxury items.
Okay.
So yeah, so
We might want to sell it. Yeah, before we get into another.
Well, we
battle.
definitely would want to check and see what we could get for the wood if there's
Yep.
any chance.
Yeah.
okay. So George will come down with a couple of the guys. He seems to be a little bit more agitated than normal, and he's sort of as he's walking, you can't quite hear what he's saying. He's a bit of a distance away, but you can definitely tell he's raised his voice, and these guys sort of take him back a little bit, sort of move back a bit, and sort of scurry off to do something. Rightio, and he finally comes up to you, sort of takes stock of himself, puts on a bit of a better face, and said, "Well, glad to see someone's around here doing something right. So I take it you've got," and he lists off all the mechanical parts and the other bits and pieces, and really looking forward to some of those luxury items.
Well, we had a little bit of a problem there. We were attacked en route, and we lost some of the luxury items. We do have some of the luxury items, but some of them were lost in an attack.
The first word that comes out of his mouth is a swear word. It's just not my fucking week.
I understand, my friend. I understand.
Well, perhaps I can look at some of your collection then, he says. But anyway, he says, okay, let's get this stuff loaded off, get you squared away, and then we'll, do that. And then he starts to look at the ship. He says, oh shit, you've had taken a bit of a blow yourself.
We did try to explain that to you.
Yeah.
Exactly, duh.
Right, he says, well, okay, perhaps we can swap stories a bit. Anyway, he asked to see Victor, because he says he thinks Victor might be able to help him with this problem at some stage, but Victor, of course, is busy. So what he proposes is if Victor can help him with his problem, he's got some other men that he can get them to go about and fit your stuff, and you guys can check it to make sure it's what you want later on.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So you guys basically are unloading stuff at the moment, except for your wood. And you'll be able to ring, contact around to see if anyone wants any, and try to trade it a bit later on. So he takes you through. So imagine you're on like a oil platform, except that you don't have that big huge derrick thing in the middle. You do have some, although the top two levels of the box, basically the factory is above water, there are the buildings that sort of go up about 3 or 4 levels, and you're sort of going over there. You're up some stairs with metal balustrade stuff, all that sort of stuff that you see on those sort of places. Guys are darting around. They're loading stuff onto lifts that go into the on the floor down into the factory floor itself. All that's been happening. And he takes you in, offers you a drink, some food, and he sort of lets you have your say first about the attack, if you want to say anything.
I'm not saying anything. I'll let the captain speak.
Cool. Okay.
I would say that we don't know exactly what's going on, but yes, we were attacked by 4 fighters. I would tell them a little, and they had their transponders wiped. We didn't know what they were connected to based on what we seen. We did win the battle.
Obviously.
We got away.
Yeah.
But they damaged some of our goods and our fuel tank. And then I would point out the damage on the ship that we tire patched,
Yep.
So this is what happened. It sucks, but there's nothing we could do about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got here. That's the main thing. So he then sort of lets you have some food and just sort of settle in for a couple of minutes, and then he sort of turns to Victor. Okay, Victor, I've got this problem. On our new, not our seafloor factory, but in the new floating factory, you seem to have some issues. I've sent some men there. They don't seem to be able to find anything. Came back. Same trouble happened again. it's like, actually I don't know what it's like. Just equipment starts to fail, and we can't seem to find out why.
Sea
And
gremlins.
I don't know, he says, but I thought with your eye and perhaps Denver's eye, you guys could go have a look for me and see if you can see anything different than my team does, to help out.
All
I've
right.
got one of the submersibles coming back now, so they'll be back at about, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours.
Alrighty.
Yep.
I think we can do that.
Rightio. Okay, so basically that gives Victor and Denver some time to overlook the basic structure of the floating factory, so you get an understanding of, like, you know, what it's like. So it hasn't been fully built, so it's only got basically the pylons, the flotation, and the first 3 floors are made, and then the next floor is partially made, being built, but not actually, possibly. Maybe it's stalled because of whatever's going on. So you and Denver can sort of look at the blueprints of it. You can understand where, you know, all the bits and pieces are and all that sort of stuff. It's got a automated building bots on it. There are a dozen of them. So far, 3 of them have gone missing. One's turned up totally inactive. They've pulled it to bits. They've refurbished it. They've, you know, put everything in it to a proper degree, sent it back out. It lasted 72 hours and it stopped again. They have lots and lots of readings of chemical analysis in the area. They can't put it down to any sort of element or elements that might corrode or affect in any way that they understand. They just don't understand what's going on. And he really can't move the factory because that basically, one part of the contract they have is that's the area they're allowed to mine in. The other thing is, with it being just over halfway built, to try to move it now to another place is very difficult. So that's his problem. He said if you can do anything, you'd be saving him a big headache, you'd be saving the company a shit ton of money, and you'd be making sure that Keller's and the company's organization, you know, the communication and work together is solid.
Connected to Keller?
Well, this company is hires exclusively Keller's transport system.
So do they have
You
another
said
ship
save the
there?
company a lot of money.
Yeah, well, it'll save us a lot of money if you can work out what the hell's going on.
Well, now that's the trick, right? Because saving the company a lot of money means that there's more money to pay us to save the company more money.
That's
Denver, he says,
true.
it's never been a question of money, it's just been a question of what you can do for me and what I can do for you.
Isn't that
Yeah.
how it always is?
Sorry,
I'm not hearing figures.
well,
I'm
the
saying-
companies are not going to pay me any more unless I start producing.
Well, you said producing, not reproducing.
You're producing all the equipment you brought with you.
Yes.
He says, as a friend, I'm appealing to you as a friend, but if you can't help me, that's all cool.
Yeah, but what are you talking about?
We've got a problem with our second floating factory.
What kind of help you can do?
Sorry, Jen, that's all broken up.
What kind of help can we do?
He says, I don't really know. I'm just seeing if there's a mechanical issue that my
Well, they
folks
could do some
can't see,
engineering
don't
checks.
see, or don't understand that you guys might.
You guys could maybe do some engineering checks, Victor and Denver.
And mechanical and electronic and
I got
the rest.
mechanical. I'll
Yeah,
do
sure.
mechanical roll if you
I've
want.
got mechanical too. I can
Cool.
I can help. Yeah,
Okay,
sure, whatever.
rightio. He
I'll do
thanks
some
you.
rolls.
Yep.
that
Not yet,
fantastic?
no, because it's about 10 hours away before you get onto the submersible.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is a shore leave
So,
then.
why don't we sell our wood, man? We need victors then in the meantime before we go.
Yeah.
They don't have any of those luxury items. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we
they
Okay.
have
got
some of the luxury items. They don't have them all. But
yeah,
they have
we just
Yeah.
haven't gotten all of the luxury
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you can use the communication network to just go over the whole world. Probably you're going to be targeting it to the land bases more than the ocean bases, because no one really wants wood in the ocean. No one wants when they've got other things that can float just as well as wood. So, Victor, you are going to be looking around to sell. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have admin 1, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to go on the sell table, and we're talking about wood.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm just trying to get to the table. Printed it all off so I could get to it easier, and it's just taking longer. Here we are. Rightio. So wood. Okay. Unfortunately, you've got no pluses or minuses from the commercial, which is a non-industrial category of this planet. So there's no pluses or minuses. And you had how many tons to sell?
6.
6 tons, and you bought it for
80%, I think.
80%. Cool. Okay, Victor, do your magic. 2d6
All
plus
right.
1,
Okay.
and this is your selling price.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
We're losing our ass on it.
Well, then
Yeah.
don't sell it here. Sell it somewhere else.
Wait, can we decline the sale? Piss them off?
Yeah.
No, we're not
Well,
selling it.
you will piss them off, but that's about the only thing that'll happen. But I mean,
So let's piss them
Yeah.
off.
okay.
We're not
Well,
gonna
I
lose our
figured-
shit. I don't know about you, but I'm not losing my money.
I figured they might grow their own wood, and if it's non-industrial and they have any decent vegetation at all.
Yeah, the wood's not worth the enterprise. I say we keep
No.
it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll sell it at the next world.
Possibly,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we know our itinerary. What is the next world like industrially?
I'd have to find all of the star maps to tell you.
The next world
Yeah.
is Azor.
Sorry.
We're going to Azor.
Oh no, the next was actually off that
Oh.
subsector map. It's into another one.
Oh.
Yeah, hang on. I can tell you. Just let me find
You gave us the run
Lankaran.
sequence.
Yep, Lankaran. It should be on the sheet, the thing.
Well,
It says, okay, it says Baku to Lavatar, and then
Yeah.
to Azor to...
Oh, Azor. Sorry, yeah, Azor's in Lankaran. So Azor is has an E starport. It's a small planet with a very, very thin atmosphere, no water, higher population than this planet. Law level's about the same. Tech level 8.
Wood should sell there.
Yeah. It
It should
is
sell better,
non-agricultural, non-industrial ice capped.
So that's a plus for the wood, isn't it?
No.
Not
Agricultural, industrial, and rich give you pluses.
but it's
Yeah.
the thin atmosphere would
Yep.
mean that wood wouldn't grow very
Yep,
thin.
that's right. It wouldn't grow there.
Wouldn't grow
Maybe.
there.
Yep.
If they can't normally grow wood, and if they love their whittling, we could make a killing. But those factors have to line up.
well, we're not selling it here.
What's your next one? What was next on the list?
After Azor,
Mhm.
Then it was
I got the note too.
Azor to McCracken, and
Mc-
then
McCracken?
Boros to Zangalin.
Was it Macus or
Yeah. It was
Macus?
to Macacker.
Macacker.
Oh,
Yeah.
Macacker. Okay, Macacker. Okay, that's another non-industrial planet.
Which means
Nothing.
yeah.
No bonuses again.
and after that is
No
Boros.
bonuses, but no penalties. If we get a high enough
Exactly.
roll, we can still try to sell it.
I agree.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
I'll put up the other subsector when you actually get into it. Okay, so the rest of the time is just resting, shooting the breeze with people.
Oh,
Um,
two, three.
so, Garen, you strike up you've got a bit of a conversation going with one of the other females that works on the factory floor. She's saying, yeah, just about this current problem that seems to be everyone's paying attention to. Yeah, it's going to bust my butt. I'm going to lose seriously on my contract if we don't get this sorted. Yeah. Look, it's about 20% out of my contract if this can't get up and running within the next couple of weeks.
Is this where we said we would help mechanical wise and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah, you're going to help. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just point me in the right direction.
Okay. Well, she says actually come with me, and she'll show you some of the mechanical stuff that's similar to what's on the factory, so you can sort of get familiar with what you're looking at. So one of these things is the thing that controls the actuators on the pontoons, which keeps the thing at the right balance of floating, the level of floating it's at. And this seems to keep on failing every bloody time we install new ones. We don't understand why. Yep. You're really faint, matey. I can't hear it, sorry.
Does her face seem familiar to the one in my dream?
No, her face is not.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no, it's good. Good checking. Yeah. You've been here before, so you know this girl, and yeah, probably you struck up a friendship or something. I'm not sure, but she's a familiar face. So she takes you through it. She tells you what she's done in the past, and what she's told you is like standard operational stuff. Breaking it down, cleaning it out, oiling it, putting it back in, checking the torque on the wrenches, making sure everything's done in just the right tightness, everything. And she says, in roughly 72 hours, it fails. I've looked at the chemical composition of the seawater that's been, sucked into this thing. There's nothing in it that, and when you pull it apart, there's no corrosion. It just fails and stops operating.
All right, Lady Lou, let's take a look at it.
Rightio. Well, she gives you one that she's brought back. And this is the big piece of machinery, so it's about 2 meters across, 2 meters wide, 2 meters deep, by around about 4 meters high. And it's got lots of bits and pieces to it. So she says, look, have at the bloody thing. It's working. Hang on, she'll show you. She'll do a test, and everything whirs and snorts and pops out whatever it needs to do. It does all that. She says, and yet it failed when it was in the other factory. But have a look, see if you can see something that I've missed. Okay. So do you want to do a diagnostic first?
Yes.
Okay. Diagnostic would be just run with your mechanical skill first.
2d6 plus 1?
Yes. Okay, you go over this thing with a fine tooth comb. There's one thing you want Stav to look at, which is some of the computer components. Because yeah. Yeah, that's about the only thing you because you don't have the understanding of that. That's something that you think he might be able to give you some insight into. But everything you've checked, and like I said, fine-tooth comb, everything you've gone over is all working, all workable, does not show signs of corrosion, does not show there's no signs of any short-circuiting of anything, there's no sign of any wear, there's no sign of any foreign bodies. This thing, this thing should just work. It's working now, but why after roughly 72 hours does it stop working over there? You don't know. So when you go to the site, you might get better answers.
Okay, I'm a slave. Stave?
Stave? Yeah, Stav.
Slave? What do you mean
You are.
slave?
Slave Stav. Front and center.
Yeah.
Yes,
Slaving over a hot PNP circuit all day.
Right.
Check to the computer because maybe it's something with the connections.
All right. So computer examination.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, Denver doesn't find any bite marks. So, Stev, you just take do a simple couple of diagnostics. The only thing that you can see is that its refresh cycle isn't always consistent, and it should be. So how the hell this thing is doing this, you have no idea. So you might want to take that particular circuit, which stops everything, but take that part of the circuit board to have a closer look on in some sort of maintenance lab or something.
Do I know what kind of problem could cause the refresh cycle to change?
Well, usually it would be eroding. Age, like there's like a buildup of static or dust or something that's creating a jump. Or something that's changed in the metallurgy that makes the energy flow flicker. So it would be an impure, but I mean that would be right at the at the source of its construction, and it wouldn't have passed. It wouldn't have got into this machine if that was the case.
So you're saying everything's fine on your end too?
Except for this one really odd little flicker.
Can we follow the flicker? Like, can we follow the source of the flicker?
Well, you've found possibly the source of why things are failing, because if it's not a constant refresh rate, the computer doesn't actually send out the computational things that this machine needs to operate efficiently.
Okay.
So it's something about the refresh rate. You just don't understand why would this be. Yeah, he needs to go have a closer look at the board. Yep. Rest of you, what are you doing now that Garen and Stab have come up with one possibility?
I'll take my own mechanical check. I'll also give a mechanical roll here, and I'm under, so
Yep.
I can't show any.
But you do notice that Denver's been looking for bite marks. So you look too, and unfortunately, no, you'd find none either.
I shake my head to myself, and I
Have
leave.
they done an analysis of the water?
They have. You guys can have a look at it. As far as substances, you would know what would corrode. Sort of, what the stuff is made of. So you can, from that aspect, you can make a mechanical or an engineering roll. Although the engineering also takes into consideration radiation, as well as metallurgy.
Oh, I bought a radiation detector.
Yep.
It's on the ship. Could I use that?
You can if you want to. You can blast away at it, go and get it and blast on it, and it's fine.
I will attempt to with my mechanical roll.
Okay. Right. Well, so Denver, you're thinking of doing something with the water samples they've got.
Yes.
Okay. If you give me basically, we're going to sort of use it as an engineering sort of role. What you're looking for is the telltale signs of the corrosive or the things that can change the various parts.
I want to take another component that supposedly operates perfectly fine underwater.
Yep.
And take a sample of the water, right, specifically from where the pontoon would have been.
Yep.
And then submerge the part in the water and see how long it runs, and see if I can reproduce the corrosive effect.
Okay. Sorry. That's the thing. There's been no corrosive effect on any parts, even though they've replaced them to make sure it's not that. They haven't seen any corrosive, but you're looking at the properties of the water. That's cool. Garen, as Denver's setting up his thing and making his test, you've got your radiation detector and you're sort of walking all around it, poking it as far as you can into the device. There doesn't seem to be anything here that registers as any different on your radiation device. Back to you, Denver. You're watching, and you're looking at just a readout on the part of the device that you put down. It'll be probably the piece that sort of it pulls in the seawater to make it, to do whatever it does. And you're not at the moment. You're not seeing any fluctuations in pressure, in RPMs, or anything at the moment. It all seems to be working within the constraints of what it should be working in.
Yeah, now is this water locally, or is this water from the site of where the device?
This water is from the site, because they brought a lot of that back just to see if they could find anything. The only thing that you can't replicate would be probably the pressure the water is under at the site of the pontoons. So that's about the only variance that you can't account for at the moment. Yep. So
Do that in the ship's airlock by increasing the atmospheric pressure in the airlock.
you could do that. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. See if that makes a difference.
Okay. So you'll take the whole shebang. So Garen, you there? Do you want to help him? Jen?
Can't hear
What?
Jack.
Oh, sorry. You're
sorry.
there. Denver just wants someone to help him get his experiment into the ship's airlock so he can increase the pressure to see if that changes anything. Yeah. Okay, you two sort of haul it over there. You're sort of setting things up. You look down, Garen. Your detector is recording some change before he starts putting the pressure on. It's recorded a change somewhere. Between from where you had it to where he's put it in the ship's locker now, and the ship's airlock now.
Can I check or anything? See where I picked that up?
Not sure where it would have been. The only thing that's changed is that you've been close to his experiment, really.
Oh. Can I get to his experiment?
Okay, so you wanted to stop building the pressure and go back in and... Yeah. Are you okay with that, Denver?
Yeah, if you found something, let's take a
Yeah.
look.
So you both go in. She puts the radiation detector right by it. There is a slight, very, very slight increase in radiation on a because I mean the radiation detector will detect a lot of different radiations. Yeah. So this one is detecting something in what we'll call the omega band. Okay, so the omega band is some other weak forces that have been discovered since our time. Also, the omega band is also known to be in some way accessed or used when psionics are used.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes, psionic special.
Yep. We're in a lot of trouble.
This isn't freshwater, is it?
No, it's all seawater. It's all seawater. It would be about half again as salty as Earth's oceans. And although there's lots of mining going on, it's quite pristine. They haven't really made a huge impact yet in the oceans because there's so much of them.
What, you think it's some kind of species in the water or something?
It's possible that there's something down there that uses psionics. And this may be residue from it. Or it might just be a natural occurring process. It's entirely possible that it could be microorganisms or something larger that somehow use psionics. Could telekinesis be responsible for the problems that they're encountering?
Yeah, but after all this time, wouldn't they have
It might be, but you'd probably see more physical evidence of some wrongdoing.
I was gonna say, I mean, after being here for all this time, I mean, wouldn't people who live here know about stuff like that?
You would expect them to, yeah. I mean, mining on this planet started around about 40, 50 years ago.
So this might be something new. Maybe somebody tracked it here from one of their ships.
Possibly, but then like people are like this company here itself is opening up new branches, so to speak, of mining. So they are going into they look for things like quantities of in this particular case gold, magnesium, the salinity levels, the all that sort of stuff, to see if there's anything there that's not going to be useful, but it passed all those basic tests.
Could somebody be using psionics to sabotage it?
Well, if it's got this radiation, that's a possible thought. But then who?
Exactly. Who? How
Not
can you
yeah,
tell somebody
yeah.
has psionics or not? Is there a test?
Well, there is a test, but it's more like you go to a place to be tested and trained if you have psionics, and that's one of the differences between this empire and the Imperium. The Imperium have basically have a whole cultural negative reaction to psionics. People in this area of space, they don't worry about it. There are some basic laws around, if it can be proved that you used your telepathy to listen to somebody without their permission or whatever, blah blah blah, people will get charged for it. So yeah, and most people who get trained in their psionics are, shall we say, good citizens. Because they're trained in a certain way to be very disciplined, all that sort of stuff. They usually work out who are the less likely people to be able to use their powers wisely, so they don't tend to have a whole lot of criminals running around with psionics. Missed that, sorry Jen, you were away again, far away.
Not open.
Like if somebody's going to do something, then it's going to be in secret.
That's possible, yeah. But it's as you surmised, Daniel. It's possible that it could be someone or something. But it would suggest so. The other things that Omega energy, there is some Omega energy found in, for some particular reason, I don't know, in the heads of comets, and there have been no recordings of any comets coming by lately in this system.
Is it a common occurrence in comets?
Not all comets, but some comets, and it's more the comets that are put down to be, how the one of the strongest theories about how life gets started is through the bombardment of the planet with comets, and certain comets, they're called life bringers. The ones who have this Omega energy level seem to be the life bringers. They bring the elements, the correct elements that combine to create life eventually.
I thought you had to actually have life to get Omega energy, but possibly it's the other way around.
Possibly. People don't fully understand Omega energy yet. I mean, there's lots of corporations trying to, because some people have theorized the benefits of Omega energy could be the next big huge leap. If they could find out how to harness it.
Okay, so this is a water world mostly.
Yes.
So it stands to reason that it got its water from comets. That's where the life came from.
Yeah, but you would also expect it not to be in one particular concentrated place, wouldn't you? So you might want to test that by getting some other seawater.
Mm-hmm.
Let's run the experiment again, but get seawater from the surface.
Okay. Rightio. There's no levels of any radiation coming through your radiation detector.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Well, that was a waste. I wanted to spend that last 10 hours on the beach.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Did you want to go back to your original one and see if the pressure does anything to anything?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you slowly crank it up to roughly what you think the pressure would be in those areas. Leave it for a wee while.
Uh-huh.
About 72 hours is what it usually takes. So you've got time to relax. For a
Shore
little
leave.
bit. Yep. Yep.
Hey, Captain, can we leave the ship?
Yep. You're well. You can leave the ship, but you've only got access to. Well, I don't know. You'd have to get his permission to use one of the air rafts, I guess, to go a long way away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. He said absolutely.
Absolutely. Go have some fun.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yes.
already scoping out some things myself. Jacob is on Jacob. Oh,
Who can pilot an
Well,
aircraft? 'Cause I'll do
I
that.
have
Yeah.
air raft experience, so
Cool.
if anybody wants to follow me, we can go offshore.
Okay,
it
hang
back
on.
Okay.
You
So
said air raft. Hang on.
Yep.
Hang on. I gotta get this
Yeah.
straight. You said air raft experience. Is that the same thing as air raft skill?
Well, yeah, yes, I have air raft 1. Vehicle. I have
Okay.
vehicle air raft.
we all have Aircraft Zero if we don't.
I call
Yeah.
shotgun.
cool. Okay. So you could go to the nearest actual beach. It's about 8 hours away. But
I'm not going to
it's,
the beach. I could drop him off at the beach, but I'm not a beachy person.
over there. Because you guys are around about over here somewhere.
This is going to take 10 hours before we get access to the submersible to go
Yep.
to the depths.
Yep.
So what's the point of going to the beach if it takes 8 hours to get there?
I don't know, but someone mentioned
Oh,
beach
I'm not,
before.
No, yeah, I'm not going to the beach.
Okay.
No, I'm not a beachy person.
Cool. Well, you can hang out on the deck of the factory and just sunbathe there if you like.
I don't sunbathe either. I'm not a big sun person.
So you're inside drinking some more coffee with a touch
That's
of vodka.
Damn right.
Okay, right. We've got Garen. Okay, Garen's inside talking to her friend. And I had her name. It's some sort of Soviet name. I can't remember what it was. Anika. We'll call her Anika.
I'm on the beach checking out the sights, saying hi.
Yeah, you can go to the beach.
Radio. You're on the beach. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Right on. Road trip.
Radio. So you've got one of the air rafts. Okay. Which means you won't be able to get back in time for the submersible, but you'll have to travel it there yourself. Yeah, there's a few people on the beach. Yeah, all these guys that are coming off their own rigs.
That's them. Yeah.
All these guys. What about the locals?
They're not on this particular island.
Sausage fest, dude.
This
Sausage
one.
fest.
No sausage fest. No.
Yeah.
no.
Well, there is a sausage fest, unfortunately, but
Oh, we're looking for the fun one.
Yeah.
I'm inside drinking with my ladies.
yep. Okay, radio.
Good.
Is there anything anyone else wants to do while you're waiting for the submersibles to arrive? You're still waiting for the results on your test going, Daniel.
Yeah.
So far, in the let's say the first 4 hours, there's been no obvious changes.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be right back.
Yep. So if we'll just move through to the 10 hours when the submersible comes in. And Jim Lee is the name of the submersible pilot. He comes up, climbs up, and just greets all of you. He's quite a friendly guy. Most of you have played a game of cards or something with him. You've probably lost as much as you've won from him. He's just a generally nice all-round guy.
He's the evil psionic who's sabotaging the whole
That's the one. Yep. No, that's when he's schizophrenic. He's got an evil side and a good side. Nah. So he just greets you all. Says, "I heard you were back. So you want to go back to that little Bermuda Triangle, do you? Okay. Well, it'll just take about half an hour just to get the consumables and turn around and take you back." So he says, chuck your gear in the back, whatever you need to take. He's off to talk to to George about some stuff. As you're sort of waiting, when you chucked it in, you're waiting, you can hear a bit of noise coming out of George's office. Lee comes out, a bit of red-faced, shaking his head. Can't believe that, man. Anyway, let's get going.
Can't believe what?
Oh, we're supposed to produce bloody results when we don't even know what we're dealing with.
Interesting. Yeah, that is a shame.
Yeah. So, you guys all, who's going actually over to the floating thing?
Well, I'm going.
Okay.
Victor will go.
Yep.
I'll
And
go.
I thought you were at the beach.
Oh, that's right. I'm at
Yeah.
the beach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Just off the test.
Garen, you're going Garen. Oh, she's going. Okay, there's 4 of you. Okay, rightio. Submersible. It's a long tube that keeps you inside and all the water outside. It's got like a main sort of window at the front to see through, and little weeny bubble porthole things. It doesn't go super deep. Like, it doesn't go under around about 2,000 feet. That's sort of the limit of its depthitude, so to speak. But you're only going around about 500 feet at the most when you get there. He tells you all about it. Talks about it. There's this problem apparently has been going on and off for about 2 weeks. They've replaced the bits that keep on failing at least 3 times already. He's over having to go backwards and forwards between these places. He's more enjoying getting into the other submersible, which goes really deep and goes down to the floor factory. So yeah, he's just chatty. That's it basically. It's going to take you around about 8 hours to get there. It's very slow, but it's lots of blue. Every now and then you'll see some sort of shadows, relatively small ones. Yeah,
Shadows.
things in
Nothing
the
to panic
ocean.
over.
Yeah,
Shadows, eh? The Kraken is attacking.
yeah, nothing that big, unless it's a very miniature one. You go through as you get closer to it. So Garen is in the submersible with the guys going to the underwater facility. As you get closer to it, there's definitely, you've entered a cloud of something and it's suspended in the water, and you go through. And then it's about 20 minutes before you actually dock. So he just cycles through, he gets up, he opens the door and says, "After you, my friends," waves his hand.
Mm-hmm.
He puts a couple of things in, he says he's just automated all the lights will turn on. And he'll just, when the last one leaves with all your equipment, he'll just follow you through. He's got some stuff he's got to install on it too, that he'll be busy with doing while you're having a look around. So those 4 of you who went, you pretty much go to the areas where they've discovered their issues. So the areas is the just after the intake vent of the seawater is that one particular device which Garen was having a really good look over. There's a couple of other areas that process some of the seawater that seem to have some issues. Yeah, that's about it. So you're sort of looking at those sort of items at the moment. So what do you want to do first, Garen?
Well, what should I do first?
Entirely up to you. Do you want to just do a normal mechanical diagnosis first?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be best.
Okay.
It's just 2d6 plus 1?
Yes.
All right.
Again, you go over it with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah, and everything is working except for that goddamn part there.
Oh.
And it's the same part that you'd wanted Stav to have a look at, and then you can see sort of it's starting to cascade fail. And
What's that?
What is it? What's the actual substance? I mean, the question I'm looking at is it known that this is more susceptible to psionic interference?
No. This is just a piece of equipment that, telekinesis, yes, you would see it when it's been bent or punctured or whatever, but it's not being affected in that way as far as you can tell.
So something is just drawing energy off of it.
Doing something to at the moment you think it's doing something to the computer parts of it in some way, shape or form. Garen, you have a look, and the same thing that Stav pointed out to you on the other machine, you can see the same result with the refresh cycles when you bring that data up.
Wow.
It's not a stable cycle, which it should be.
Yeah.
And because it's invariance, it's cascading, and other pieces are now can't stay within their manufacturing limits, and they are actually starting to fail because of that. And then that leads another piece to fail and another piece to fail. Now, the interesting thing is, this computer stuff is not in any way, shape, or form. I mean, yes, it's close to the water as it goes through the machine, but the water doesn't go through that part of the machine, obviously. So the water is not touching that part of the machine.
So it doesn't have anything to do with the water.
Possibly not. Did you bring any other equipment with you?
No, just the radiation detector.
Okay, you put that on and ping straight away. You can see that Amiga level energy going on.
Oh no! So somebody's been tampering it with then if it's not coming through with the water.
Yep. You move along. You go over to the other pieces that were pointed out to you by Lee, and yep, more of this Amiga energy stuff.
We don't have any psionics with us, do we? Nobody in our group has psionics?
We know of.
None.
We did in the other game, but
Not
not
this
in this
one.
one.
Yep.
And is there anyone else down here?
Is there any? I missed the question. Anyone? There's Lee, but that's it. Everyone else has been moved off while this is at the moment. This is an automated function until they get it completely built, and they can't get it completely built because it keeps on going up and down. It starts to sink when it doesn't work properly, then they've got to bring it back up, and then and if it sinks too low, it'll just destroy itself. It'll implode because of the pressure.
Well, who has access to the machines?
Just the company people, and they've checked all the security tapes. There's no one accessing this inappropriately. The only thing that's coming into the machine is via the submersible or via the sea intake valves.
Well, could somebody be hacking it from somewhere?
That's a possibility.
Well, it does seem like a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
We need to check what type of. So this is not on the bottom. This is in the middle layer of the ocean.
Yeah, it's around about 400, 500 feet under the surface.
Can we take samples of the water?
Sure.
I'd like to take samples here, and then I'd like to move off, say, 1 or 2 kilometers, and take samples from there as well.
Okay, Lee can help you with that. Yeah. So you two can go off and do that.
Okay.
Victor, what do you want to
do? Yeah, I'm not sure I have any ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Do you want to do a sort of a diagnosis check to see if anything shows
that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Just basic foiling at the problem at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I got those specific ideas, so let's just look over it. I got engineering, and I got electronics and mechanical and computers.
Okay, so we're just going to average those numbers, so add them together and divide by 4.
Okay, let's see. 2.
Be easiest to do that way. And round up.
Okay, 7 divided by 4.
2.
Yeah, so 2.
Okay. So Victor's doing a thorough scan over everything.
I guess I'm still at the beach, or did I come back
Up
yet?
to you. If you want to start heading back, that's fine.
Well, I'm not staying for the sausage.
Okay, rightio. All good. You'd stay for the barbecue, but not the sausage fest. Fair enough.
I'm out of
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You're heading back. Okay, so Victor, you can pick up. So the computer is giving you the exact information that you're seeing that the systems are failing and you're getting cascade failing. There's nothing wrong with the power supplies. There's nothing wrong with the information you're getting from the filters. That from the C intakes, they're registering what they're supposed to register. There's not a hell of a lot that they're registering. And it's more sort of, it's very infrequent that you'd actually get anything where you are. The outside temperature is exactly what it's sort of projecting. Every reading you get is true, but you can see that things are failing, and it starts with that, the first, after the intake, it starts with that first piece of machinery. Then when it gets piped to the next part where it's processing the seawater, starts there. That's when the next lot of stuff is starting to fail. And you've got no other failures anywhere else unless it's a cascade off that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe something to do with where it's piping in the seawater.
Possibly. Yep.
Alright. Well, maybe we can look into that further.
Okay.
Huh.
So you can go over to one of those intake valves and take a sample out of it as it's coming in. Again, you're going to use your sort of engineering role to see if there's anything that would affect any metallurgy that you're aware of, but not, if there's something else in there you can't really tell because it's not a biological thing. You can't tell it because that's not part of the skill. So make another roll while you're doing that. Yep. Garen, are you thinking of anything else you want to do? Or just
No, I can't think of anything else.
Yep.
I mean,
okay, cool. So as you're looking at it, as you're watching the and that radiation level is staying, it's small, but it's very consistent. It's not fluctuating at all. And as you're watching it and watching the whole complex, you can see another system fail, cascading down. It's sort of shutting down right in front of you.
And that small amount of radiation is responsible for the destruction.
Well, that's a possibility. You've almost got ready to get you out of the sample. You've sort of traveled a distance. Victor, with that roll, you can tell that there is nothing in the seawater that would create any issue with any of the mechanical parts that you understand. And there doesn't seem to be any seawater getting into any of the power plant, then the power conduit or anything. So it's not a leak, it's not a corrosion, it's not a foreign body. It stumps you. You do see Garen using her radiation meter.
there isn't anything out of the ordinary in regards to parts. Like we don't see like a part that's been put there that we don't recognize as part of the machinery.
No, you because you've worked on the other one. You pretty much, this one is identical. It's.
Is there anything that blocks this omega energy, this omega radiation?
Other omega energy.
Is there anything that blocks it?
Yeah, other omega energy.
Can we produce that by ourselves, or do you need to have psionics to produce it?
Psionics, or if you could artificially produce omega energy, you would be worth millions, billions, trillions.
Put a pin on that, maybe for a rainy day project.
That's this Amazon kind of money, huh?
Yeah. It's like I said, it's expected to be the next huge leap in technology.
Yeah. No, not much chance, but no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling Arlex coming into play. So. I don't know that. You guys never heard that? No.
Yeah, that's okay. Bit of metagaming. Okay. So Victor, you having a look at what Garen's having a look at, or what are you else are you doing? Yeah.
We're basically comparing notes and stuff as we
Okay.
go.
So the only variance is this Amiga energy. You've scanned for, once you become radiation, you've scanned for all sorts of other radiation. Everything is what you expect it to be. You scan the tools that have been used away from the machinery. They do not register any energy or radiation of any sort apart from what you expect. It seems to be only those parts that come in contact with ocean water.
Ah. Yeah, that is really weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
There's some kind of psionic presence in the water that's just like vibrating outward all through the water.
Well, we tested the water though.
Yeah, but you can't sense it.
What was the result of our sampling of water away from this site?
So having a look, so you went a good kilometre away. It's totally absent of any Amiga energy. Can Denver give me another roll, please, just via his intelligence? What is his intelligence?
9.
9. Okay. Yep.
2d6?
2d6, please. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can trace this energy back to its source somehow.
Well, that's what we were trying to do.
Yep. So, well, you could do that by putting on some scuba gear and going outside and having a swim.
What? 100 kilometers below.
Well, from where they are in the factory, perhaps towards you, I don't know, but
I'm not a water person.
right.
We don't have scuba gear either. We'd have to buy some.
There's no way you're going to do it at this step.
Yeah, it's too deep.
I'm not.
There's swimming equipment on the ship, actually. In the ship's locker, there's three suits.
There'd also be
That's
some on the
fine.
submersible and some on the rig here.
Our ship
why-
is a submarine, though.
Why are you guys talking about suits? You guys going in the water?
Hang on. You said we're 400 feet below the surface.
Yep.
You are not scuba diving or diving at 400 feet below the surface.
No.
It depends on the specific gravity of this planet. It's
It doesn't depend on anything.
gravity.
Unless this planet is a planetoid with no...
No, it's a size 4 planet. It's a size 4 planet, which I can't remember exactly what the gravity. It's less than 1, but it's still significant.
So you're saying, Daniel, that pressure's too great at 400
you can't.
Yep.
Maybe with specialized equipment and special training, but not with standard scuba gear.
Yeah.
It's got the gear you need to get out there with, but like you're saying, the specialist training you need would be the factor that's missing.
What about taking the ship for a dip? It's all sealed up and pressurized.
No.
We could go
You
down there
guys
and
want to go?
out through the bridge
If
window.
someone wants to go out, by all means, but
Yeah. You guys can do that. I'll be in the bar. You can send me back the results.
not without the training necessary. That's like
Can we
going into
rent the
space
small
with,
sub? Can we borrow
only
a small?
having looked at a vaccine
Yeah.
in a magazine.
Yep. So you're thinking about this as you're coming back, Jacob. I just need to know what. So Garen's made her opinion vocal. What are you thinking, Victor?
Yeah, if we could rent a sub, maybe, or I guess we could put the ship down, but
Wouldn't the company have a submarine we could use? Small submarine?
Well,
Company
they're
with
using a
water-
submersible right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you've done your testing of water, Jim's going to take Lee. Sorry, is going to take you back in. Again, you come in through that slightly hazy cloud in the water. Dock with the vehicle. Come back in. You've got your 2 water samples, one with, one without. You're getting more cascade issues as time progresses. We're going to say it's been about 4 hours. So now you've got about 3 things going wrong with this first piece of equipment, and your first full fail item on the stuff where it filters the seawater is starting to fail. So it's automatically starting to turn off.
Okay.
Which means that this will start to sink into the water again. Unless you want to effect a change right now, which you can do because you've got the parts all around you.
To do what?
To change the bits that are failing.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah, the bits are all over the place.
Oh,
Not
okay.
until we find out what is actually going on. All
Oh.
is doing is prolonging.
How are we gonna figure this out? I think somebody's tampering with it. There's psionics involved.
I think Sonics might be involved, but I'm suspecting a natural cause because we
Yeah.
don't have anyone around us.
Yeah. There's like nobody here.
Okay, but what kind of natural causes? We checked the
Maybe there's
water.
a psionic
How
whales or
deep can this
something down
submersible
there.
go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the
God.
flora and fauna like? What do they know
Seriously, how
about?
deep can the submersible go?
Could be psionic plankton for all we know.
I
But wouldn't
captured.
How
the
deep
people live?
can it go?
Sorry, Daniel.
How deep can it go?
How deep can this factory go?
No,
The
submersible.
submersible.
Oh, the submersible. It's got a bottom depth of around about 2,000 feet.
Yeah, we get
Let's
down
continue
there.
down. How far is the bottom of the ocean at this point?
At this point, it would be. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just going to randomly roll it. Less than the 2,000. About 12,000 feet. Just over 12.
Okay. The fact that you randomly rolled it indicates to me that my theory is probably wrong. Nevertheless, I'd like to hit the bottom
Yep.
and actually just take a quick look around.
Yep. That can be done easily.
Don't you think the marine biologists of this planet would have realized that there are certain materials that give off this psionic effect?
No, I think they missed it. And I think
Why?
they're
How
scratching
could
their
they
head now.
miss it?
They didn't know this was even happening. They didn't
Yeah,
get the
I think they missed it. I think there's a whale or something down there that's got some kind of there's some kind of animal that's traveling around and submits this that creates the problem. Either some kind of natural
don't know.
psionic phenomenon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
you all clamber into the sub to go to the bottom, see what's there.
God. So we're all clambering into the.
You don't have to,
beneath.
but the only other
You don't
place
have
is,
to.
is the
It's far.
factory. But it is slowly
Okay.
sinking.
Oh, okay. I'll
I'm
get
gonna
out.
go to the bar with Karen and we'll
I'm
let
getting
you-
out the bar. I go above ground, not below.
I'm gonna go to the bar too and let them roll.
You guys want to borrow my radiation detector, or do you want me to?
Here's the problem, Garen. You either stay in the factory, which is slowly sinking, or you go in the submersible, which is going to quickly sink and then go back.
Well, okay. First of all, we have to make sure that the factory doesn't. Can we automate the process of moving the factory to the surface?
Yes.
Will we take the submersible and go to the bottom?
Okay, so she's going to have to repair something, and Victor's going to have to reprogram it.
Fine, let's do that. Then we'll borrow her radiation detector.
Right.
I want to go to the bottom.
Okay, so you two can go to the bottom, and you two can stay in there and effect some repairs. So you already know this, what the things you need to replace, Garen, so that's an easy thing for you to do. But
Okay,
Victor,
good.
you're going to have to give me a computer roll to see if you can override the computer functions and get it to actually, once she's fixed this part, so it doesn't stop anymore.
There we go. Give it a shot.
Yep.
There we go. A 9.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's slowly rising up. Yep. Okay, down on the bottom. You go down to the bottom. Basically, what you see is that this part is sort of a plain, but it's sort of the top ridge of a mountain too. So you've got valleys, very wide valleys either side of you. So this ridge, this thing that you're sitting on, would be around about 500 to 600 feet wide-ish. So is there anything else you want to look at, Daniel?
Life. At 600 and so meters down, there's got to be plenty of life at this point. I want to look at their.
Okay. So the life that you can see down here, there is some sort of flora down here. There's definitely sort of that intermediary zone sort of life. So some is bioluminescent, some is very pale, some of it's like stuff visiting from up higher. There is life here, nothing overly large. Perhaps the biggest thing you've seen is some eel/fish-like looking thing that's around about 2 meters long, but only about the size of your hand in mass, in circular sort of matters.
Okay. I use the radiation counter. Is the radiation higher at this point?
Okay, poking that around, it doesn't seem to be higher at this point. No, it doesn't seem to be anywhere at this point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be higher. It seems to be at the same level.
As zero, sorry. as everything else. Sorry, missed a couple of words there. There's no radiation here no omega radiation that you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we will go back up.
Okay. Are you?
It's looking more like sabotage of some sort.
As you travel up, are you keeping the radiation thing on, or you turned it off?
I want to get samples every 10 meters.
Okay. So, you take a while to get up there, but like when you get roughly within 20 meters of where it sat originally, you're starting to see the omega level climb until you're roughly where it would have been had it not been moved upwards. And you're getting roughly that level of omega radiation. It's then that you might put 2 and 2 together, and that hazy cloud, you're in that hazy cloud. Whatever that is in the water.
So there's some sort of cloud at a depth of about 400 meters.
Yep. And you're slowly climbing up still.
Of course. And
Yeah.
does the radiation degrade as we go up? Or
It does degrade. So you've got roughly the height of the bubble would be all of around about 40-50 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to know is it a consistent layer in the ocean, or is it only at this specific spot?
So you get Lee to maneuver the vessel
Yes.
roughly over to where you originally took your first samples, and there doesn't seem to be anything there. He then moves sort of to the opposite side, if you like, if it was still there, a meter the opposite side, and the radiation's all there, and you are still in that hazy cloud of whatever.
So it does appear as if it's at a specific layer in the ocean. It's not localized to that location where the factory was.
Did you want to go up or down, or you just want to go sort of horizontal?
Well, from 400 feet, I'm going to go horizontal.
Yep.
So how far down did we go before the radiation basically fell off to nothing?
Would have been, so if the other thing was at roughly 400 feet, it would have been around about 430 feet. 430 feet.
So
Meters, no, we were talking about meters, sorry. So change it to meters.
So at 400 meters
hmm
down, that's when you have a concentration. At 430 meters down, it drops off.
Yep, that's when it starts to drop off, and it drops off pretty quickly.
And at 400 meters going up, does it drop off at?
Again, around about 20 to 30 meters, and it starts to drop off really quickly.
Okay, so I want to check that again. We'll do a kilometer
Yeah.
away where the factory was at 400 feet, come up 30 meters and go down 30 meters.
Okay, so are you still moving on the, when you initially took the first samples, the second set was on the opposite side, so you want to carry on that opposite side another kilometer away?
Yes.
Yep, okay. Yeah, you carry on, and all that travel, you're still picking up. There you go, down. It's a little bit deeper here. It's about 40 meters or so. And as you go up from your original position, it's only about 20. So it's sort of dropped a little bit by about 10 odd meters. That's about the only variance.
That might be attributable to some kind of organic substance in the water, perhaps. Invisible psionic plankton. I wonder if that has a retail value.
It could do.
Okay. Biologists have discovered nothing in this water, have they?
Well, you've got samples. You just need
Well,
to.
take them back.
Yeah, you just need to find a way to look at it really, really well, I guess. Try to determine what you're trying to look at and see if you can find it. Okay.
Let's go back. We've got what we want. Let's go back, and I'm going to try to locate a powerful microscope.
Yep. Okay, so they will have some microscopes back on the main factory. They do that for like just checking the water and that sort of stuff, but you'll just have to see if it's powerful enough. So you pick up the other two, you head back, meet up with those people there. George is rather keen to see you. You have any ideas? We noticed on the did one of you fix something and someone's changed the position?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, right, it was you. That's fine. I just want to know if it wasn't something else. That's all. So we noticed that near the sea intake valve, that device was going offline again, cascading, failing. But you sorted it out.
Yeah.
We have some ideas. Do you have a microscope? Powerful
Sure,
microscope?
certainly. So he just pushes people aside, gives you the run of the lab sort of thing. It's not super powerful, but it can give you quite a level of magnification.
Now I have an intelligence of 9 and
Yep.
an education of 10.
Well,
So
you'll know how to operate this thing.
do I need to make a roll?
No, you just need to do what you want to do with it.
I will test a drop from the depth that we collected, and I want to see if there's anything organic in the water.
Okay, and which depth of this?
Let's go right at the 400, right where the
Okay,
factory is.
rightio. Okay, rightio. Yep, there is. And the interesting thing is, as you're watching it, this organic matter, it's not alive. It's definitely dead. And you're seeing it dissolve.
Is that matter emitting the psionic stuff?
Well, I don't know. He's not talked about a radiation detector yet, but I think you still have it because I don't think you give it back to.
I still
No,
want to
I let them borrow it while I went to the
Yep.
speed up.
check to see is the radiation dissipating as it dissolves.
Yeah, it's almost negligible.
Can I take the microscope into the ship's airlock?
Unfortunately not. It's sort of a machine.
So there's no way of actually looking at the water under pressure.
Not really, no. Well, It would be a bit of an effort, but you could perhaps like uncouple it and take it over and couple it up to a power source and put it in the yeah.
Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to take water from the surface.
Yep.
I'm going to take it into the airlock and simulate the conditions of pressurizing it to a depth of 400 meters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll leave it there for a good hour.
Yep.
Then I'm going to reduce the pressure in the airlock, take that sample, and quickly look at it under the microscope.
Okay.
Do I see those organic compounds reformed?
No.
I thought I was onto something.
Yeah. And the thing, and you know how I said that it looked like the first lot was dissolving. There's, when I say dissolving, there's actually nothing left to see once it's completely dissolved, sort of thing. So this is, yeah.
The only way that would happen is if it reverted to water.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a compound of nothing but H2O or
Okay, so give me an engineering check, because that's the closest skill they've got, sort of thing to. Okay, because you're looking for stuff and you sort of have an idea of what you're looking for, this is almost like so the one that you've pressurized and the one that you got from the pressurized area. The first thing is they're chemically identical, but looking really closely, there is a slight variance. So instead of just pure H2O, there is another residual chemical. Just trying to think which one did it be. Probably it's not hydrogen, carbon, silicon.
silicon?
Yeah.
So we're talking about something that is a silicon life form,
Yeah.
and we don't register it as a life form because we're looking for carbon-based life forms, not silicon life forms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Cool.
And it has to exist at a particular pressure in the water.
And it's psionic.
That would be the hand-wavy, science fiction-y, techno-babble answer, I think.
There you go. You've arrived there.
Yes.
The problem is it intelligent, or is it non-intelligent and simply a natural process of this creature's existence?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know this. It needs to exist at a particular pressure band. So if the factory is either above that or below it, it should be okay. Whether that fits their requirement for whatever process they're doing, we're talking about a difference of maybe, to be on the safe side, 50 meters.
Yep.
So we may have solved their problem, is what you're saying.
So I'm going to talk to whoever's paying us and discuss my findings with him.
Okay, that'll be George. He will shake your hand. He'll say thank you. If this is what it is, you discovered something, so I'll just say it. I'll make up something else that goes to the corporate. And in helping, I'll see if they can give you perhaps 5% of next month's profits.
Nice. That would be
I think
nice.
that would be acceptable.
Right. Okay. If the problem is resolved and all they've got to do is just have it not at this depth for whatever reason that he's going to make up. Yeah. So. And George shakes his hand, he's a sort of shake your hand, he keeps his deal sort of person, you know this of him, so he's definitely ready to shake your hand, all that sort of stuff. And the rest of the time you can be there is just to relax and actually concentrate on your other problem.
we have another problem.
Who's after us?
Your ship is getting repaired nicely. You've got some nice
Yeah.
downtime. You guys can get together privately, decide what you think.
There's something else too. Now, I would have wanted to relay a message back to Jason Keller, and I would have talked
Okay.
to
Jupiter.
Darren about it. Jupiter Keller.
I'm gonna teach Aaron how to swim.
Okay.
No, no, I'm not getting.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get Darren's information about what happened, the attack, the transponder code, all that information,
Yeah.
and see if there's a
Well,
ship
then I will enjoy
heading back
the
Baku.
beaches until our ship is ready.
Okay.
What's the
Baku
tech
to
level on this world?
information in.
15.
Well, I'm in the bar, so who's with me?
Well, it's not really a bar. It's more where you sit down to eat and you just bought your own alcohol.
That's where I was. I was with you
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, then if that's what you want to do, I've got
Yeah, we
the.
want to send the information back to Keller. What
Oh,
happened?
this is a very large. Oh,
I
this is-
have. I
Jen?
have a copy. Sorry.
Jen, you go. You have.
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
No, just saying
Can you
you go. Yeah, no, that's what you go because it's just
sorry.
we had everyone.
Yeah, I was just saying that I have a copy of that in my hand computer.
Cool.
But that's on the ship. I don't carry. I didn't feel the need to carry it on me.
Yep.
So we can go
Okay.
back to the ship and do all that stuff that he wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
some ship that's leaving, then we can send a code to
Expo.
an expo. We'll
They would
put it
have
on
an
an expo. Have it coded and private.
I
A
mean,
private
when I
Yep.
say to talk, I can't hear them on. Is it safe to talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I want to try to do some shopping. Tech 15. I don't know if they have this, but I'm looking for a hand computer, basically a laptop, with an intelligent system, an AI, that is capable of training admin skill or other skills. Maybe sort of like a substitute instruction skill.
Right. Well, I think this isn't the tech level you want.
Yeah, we're down to
Level
Tech
15?
9 over here.
Yeah.
This planet is 9.
Seriously? That's like one level lower than full AI.
AI in Traveler is up high.
He says it's not. It's not.
What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot higher than a 9.
It's
I'll
7.
check it. I'll check it.
Until past tech level 15 and
This is
classic.
Yeah.
the map that I'm looking at. It shows this is Baku, right?
Yeah, but you're on the one on the bottom.
That's
We're
it.
not on
Yeah.
Baku anymore.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
You're on
go to
Loventa
the map.
11.
Yeah.
9, sorry. The one on the bottom with the oceans.
Yeah, that's tech level. That's. Oh wait a minute. I don't see a name.
No, I put it in the chat window. Loventa.
And
Yeah.
Right at the
Like
top.
There.
It's right at the top.
AI is tech level 17 here in the Traveler book.
Yeah,
And Brother isn't actually AI.
he's a random
Right,
AI.
well, I'm not looking
Wow.
for
The artificial.
an actual
he can
self-aware AI. I'm looking
Yeah.
for an intelligent
Oh,
system.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'd have to. Baku would probably be the place to start looking, but you're actually not there at the moment. But that doesn't mean you can't start looking. That's okay. You can start looking.
I don't actually see where you put that.
Yeah, it's in the chat window in Roll20, but it's up there somewhere. I put it in there before. I can put it in again. That's not an issue. Levantha, Bacuscus, back down, pass
There it
bank.
Oh, I get it. All right, I was looking at the wrong.
Yep, that's okay. That's all cool. I'll just quickly put it in here again for you. So that's the stats on Levanta.
Just a little bit more than now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's not really much point. They don't even
Yep.
have hand computer.
Okay, so the rest of the time is pretty much R&R time for you guys, as well as just, I don't know. They're basically trying to get as much Oh, well, they don't have anything for you to take that back to Baku, but you will be picking up in a couple of days from another corporation, or that you're taking to Akos. Well, not all, sorry, mined elements that you're taking to Akos, which is your next jump. The time is spent quite happily in just downtime. Jen, you've managed to go through at least 2 bottles of vodka with all your coffee, if that's what Garen likes doing.
Some of that with you, just
Bottles.
Not 2
No,
bottles?
I-
Okay.
No, I'm putting a little bit because you've got the coffee, right? I'm doing a shot.
Oh,
A shot
okay.
of
More of a
vodka,
shot. Not
yeah.
less of coffee
Yeah.
with vodka, more vodka, a little bit of vodka with coffee.
Yeah,
Sorry.
oh yeah, definitely
Sorry.
more coffee than vodka. It's
Rightio.
okay.
Okay. None of you are having any untoward sleeping issues.
Right.
That seems to have gone.
So we're going to Azar 0106 0108.
If that's the next one on your list, yeah, I've got to pull up the.
In the Lancaran system.
Yeah, it's in Lancaran. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, need to get back to Lancaran.
Has a scout base and a military base.
Mm-hmm.
And a gas giant and water on the world.
Yep.
I have your sector map. I don't have
Yeah.
the information to be honest.
No, that's all cool. That's all cool. Okay, so blah blah blah. Azor, AZOR.
AZOR 0108 Lancaran.
Yep.
So
Just trying to.
it's a jump 3 from Levantar 4.
Yep. So you're going to have, and of course, naturally, you've got a lot of water. They can, and you can purify all that stuff ready for the jump. So Azor is your next one.
Yes, Azor.
So we did resolve the problem. Is what
Kinda.
Denver found working or what?
At the moment, it's been more than 72 hours, and everything seems to be working quite nicely.
Good.
Yep. So, oh God, whatever his name was, George says next time you're through here, if it's at least a month, you can expect to see some credits when you pass through. As he's talking to Denver. And sorry, there's the stats on Azor.
Okay, we're heading to Azor now.
Yep, and it's a 3 jump away.
0631. Small world. Very thin trace
Well, don't make me all at once.
no hydrographics. Millions of inhabitants. 3-1. Low law level. 12 technology. Might be able to find your computer there or something closer to it.
I think that computer is a good idea. I'll put in dibs if you want there, Denver.
Okay, so that's where you're hoping to head to next. Is there anything else you guys need to do before you head there? Oh, great! I don't have my Azor. Oh no,
Well, we got cargo space, right?
you do.
Yeah. Yes, we only have 6 tons.
Well,
of wood.
sorry. You've
Don't
got
we have to take a load for Jupiter? We still have the wood. Don't we have to take
Yeah,
a
we
load?
have the
yeah,
wood.
you've got a load of
never
ore
smelt
that
it.
you're getting from another
Yeah.
foundry station sort of thing, factory.
So we have another. Our cargo bay is going to be full for whatever Jupiter wants us to haul from here to Azor, I would assume.
Oh, we're picking up more cargo?
Yeah,
Yes,
his
Jupiter cargo.
transport
Oh.
transport cargo.
We never
that's
sold
right.
it.
That's right. So how much of the Jupiter cargo do we have?
At the moment, nothing. You've emptied it all. So you're
okay.
going to be picking up about 40 ton of just some mined ore
Yeah, we
to
do have
Azor.
some extra cargo space.
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any money you want to try to do any speculative trade? But I don't think you're going to have the money.
No, I
No,
don't think
well-
right now. I was thinking, no, that wood should fare good there because there's no atmosphere, there's no trees.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have 5,000
Possibly.
credits.
Possibly
Still
could
not
get it as a
industrial,
luxury. Yeah, but that's a no plus and no minus at least.
Yeah.
You have 5,000 credits, don't you? In that,
Oh, yes, someone does have 5,000 credits, don't they? They haven't told the group.
No, I haven't told the group. I haven't told the group. Sorry.
Yeah. So,
I still have 23,590
Yep.
credits too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not spending it. I'm gonna sell the wood first.
so then the 5,000. So then the 5% of next month's profit is all mine, right?
Yeah. We didn't know about that. I don't think. I don't know. It depends.
I mean, you guys came down to the depth with me, so I feel that part of that.
No,
should
I
go-
didn't. I didn't come down to the depths with you.
Neither did I.
I was on the surface.
I
Neither
see.
did I.
You had one other person, I think.
no,
That's
no.
with you.
Well, Lee
Victor
was.
with him, though.
Yeah.
Victor-
But the
Victor
thing
was
is,
part of it.
Denver sort of put it all together, so up to him how he wants to share the rewards.
Exactly. It's up to
Yeah.
Denver.
Okay, guys. So a couple of days pass, and then you've got the call to pick up the cargo. Flyover is easy. There's no major encounter or anything. You load on. You've given the manifest of what you're taking. You really don't want to put water on this because it's mostly refined potassium. Not potassium, sorry. God. The one that explodes in water. Phosphate, no?
Potassium.
Sodium? Well, sodium will do it.
Potassium
Potassium
sulfate.
will do
It
it.
was potassium.
Probably thinking about
Yeah.
phosphate. Phosphate is like white phosphorus.
That's the one.
Burns faster. Yeah,
Well,
it's
Oh,
phosphate.
gremlins.
Better
I
way.
keep forgetting which is which.
Yeah, that one. You don't want to get it wet. But in space, you should be all fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
I got an idea. When we fuel up, we're gonna pump water from exactly 400 meters below.
And they have a raft of things suddenly after 72 hours.
Yeah.
Well, mind you,
Yeah,
you're not at the
it-
same pressure, so it won't happen. That'll all just dissipate.
Yeah. The
Who's
cloudy
Richard?
water will be like
Richard's here.
worse.
He's Dale.
Yeah.
He's Dale. He's in the chat, but he's not in roll 20. Hi, Richard.
Oh, he showed up.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
Hello, Dale.
Ah, Richard. Hello.
Dale.
Hey.
Yep. I just posted his character on the chat.
Yeah, I just
Cool.
Give me,
Oh, and just
give me a
before
minute.
That's okay. So, I just need a roll for you guys, from Jacob, sorry, to be able
Piloting
to
roll?
a piloting roll to get out of the system. Yeah.
11. So we're all in our current stations, and everybody's in their turrets, and we're good.
Yep. Is everyone going to be in their vac suits again, or?
yeah, I'm gonna do
That seems
that.
to be the custom.
When are the ships in the system? Oh, screw it. I'm putting my vaccine on.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. I'm putting my back suit on.
Yeah.
There's been some
Once
shade.
burned.
If probably jump, I will too. I have my combat armor
Yep.
on.
There's been
Cool.
some shade.
Okay, just let me.
Okay, Denver,
roll.
just before we head out, I asked you for my radiation detector so I can put it back in its slot.
Rough
Denver?
roll.
Oh yeah, I'll give him back the. I will give you
Okay.
back the radiation detector.
Rightio.
Thank you, Denver.
Okay.
No problem.
If I came across a lot of money because I used it, I definitely share it with my loyal crewmate.
All good.
Yeah, that's good to know.
All good.
For
I'm
my
sure you do the
detector.
same for me.
What?
I mean, if you came across any money, I'm sure you do the same to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the detector, Denver. I gotta put it back in its place.
Man.
Okay, so on your way out, of course it's going to take you a lot shorter time to get to your jump point.
Yeah. We
Yep.
Planet size is
Stab
lower,
on
yeah.
the sensors, checking everything out. The gunners too. Dale
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Garen doing a scan, making sure the skies are clear to jump point.
Do I
Okay.
have to roll for the scan?
The three of you will, yes, please. So Dale,
Okay.
and with your gunnery skill,
1, yes.
2D+1. Yeah.
And size 4
Anything
planets.
happen?
133 minutes this time.
See, is that?
That's at full G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Garen, you're seeing nothing. Can I get please Stav to give me a sensor sweep?
Okay.
And Dale, Richard Dale, when you're ready, give me a gunnery roll, please.
I get to shoot something?
Well, you get to see if something's there to shoot. Yes.
You get to see. You have to scan.
No, you scan, I
Sorry.
shoot.
Sorry. Is sensors electronics or computer? now?
Electronics.
Electronics. Okay.
Yep.
Terrible.
So far, you're blind. Dale, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find my skill.
You're one.
I think it's
3D+.
level 1, matey.
Yeah.
There could be more of those debris clouds, but I just don't know. And Stav waves his white cane around. No, can't find nothing.
I have to write a script for it. I'll just have to roll it normally.
Okay. Just 2d6 plus 1.
Yes. 2d6 plus 1.
Excellent. You're flying off into the wild dark blue with not a single thing in any sights, apart from around about 20 minutes in, after you've cleared the atmosphere, you're getting a call from what is it, identifying itself as a slow boat coming in from one of the stations further out in the system. They want to just make it aware that this is the Ulysses slow boat, and this is the vector we're heading in on. Please make sure we don't have a meeting.
I
in
double
space.
check our vector and I make sure we're clear of their vector and I respond back. We're all good.
All
Heading
good.
to jump point, leaving
What kind
system.
of ship is it?
It's only a slow boat. It's only a little small boat, 30 ton usually.
And they're worried about bumping into us?
Well, yeah. They don't move that fast.
Well,
Is that the reason why they're called a
fast
slow
enough to get out of
boat?
their way.
It could be, but the jury's still out on that one.
It's no big
Yep.
deal.
Okay.
Vector, I'm at the helm. Our vector won't hit the
Rightio.
vector.
You go over the halfway mark. Is anyone wanting to do anything?
Okay. Okay, guys, hold on. My mom's calling me.
What
Okay.
is she called?
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
It's a long distance.
If I have time and recalibrate, could I try the sensors again?
Yes.
All right, on the halfway. And,
I'm in the
what-
engine room, so whatever.
What other ship
whatever the bridge crew
preparation?
decides to do, I
Yeah.
guess I have no choice but to follow along.
Okay.
What other ship preparation are we forgetting to do, like maintenance? Remember the
Yep.
game where we had to worry about maintenance?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, no, I maintain my station.
Right.
When I go into gunnery, I
individual.
check to make sure,
Yeah, okay, one more.
Excellent.
Better.
Okay, you are detecting almost at the same time as a call comes in, identifying another ship. This is the Clary Rose. We're a subsidized merchant out of Baku. We're coming in. Please make sure that you stay in your lane and we'll stay in ours.
And your course and everything is legitimate. It's not hostile.
That's up to you guys to decide by their actions.
Let's shoot it. Let's shoot it
Well-
to make sure it's not hostile.
No, we're not shooting anybody.
It's a fat trader. It's slow. We're going at 4G. We
Subsidized
can outrun it.
merchant, yeah.
Yeah.
Communication,
a
people,
1G ship.
communication.
Fat trader.
Did
I can do
we?
communications. Let me shoot it.
No
Did we-
communication. Captain,
we
are we good?
Go ahead, Pierre.
Sorry. Yeah, it's the lags that are different for everybody. We're interrupting each other.
Sorry.
did we remember to send data back to Keller Jupiter
Yes.
about the video, about the what happened exactly, and see if we can
Yes,
find out more
that's
about
been
it?
sent
'Cause
on an X-boat
it
about
was
7 days
okay.
ago.
Yep.
All right,
So
all right. Maybe I should do a nav roll as well.
you don't need to, because this leg has been laid into Brother. This plot,
Oh,
all
I
these
see,
plots
I
have.
see.
It's when you
I
leave it,
remember all
do you
that.
have to start doing all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
But
plug
you
in the
could do
program.
you could do another sensor roll to see what their vector is, if it's hostile or not, or looks like it could turn hostile.
I made my second vector roll of the outward push, so
Sensor roll, I mean, yeah.
That's fine. And
Yep. And your next roll is going to be using your computers. Is that right, Pierre?
for what?
I think he's asking you to do what you did with the fighters, to see if there's any oddness in their data.
Use your computer skill 2D plus
Data or
3D.
trajectory? Okay.
Yeah.
So crunching the
2D
data.
plus
Yep.
Let's see.
Okay. There's nothing that seems to be particularly odd about this data that you're getting. Yeah. There's a
We're
transponder.
gonna stay on our vector to our jump course, and I
Mhm.
asked Dale and Garen to keep their targets on that ship, just in case.
Yes, sir.
Just in
Yep,
case.
so you'll lock onto where it's supposedly going to be. You can't see it, but you do lock onto it, and basically you'll eventually get out of distance from each other that your locks will fail.
Well, that's good.
Yep. Yeah, Dale's not a happy man right now. There is a small asteroid coming your way.
Dale wants to shoot something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he say shoot over?
No.
Did somebody say shoot over?
Did anyone say shoot over?
No. You missed the shooting, Dale.
Yeah.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Grumble, grumble. Well, I think you did help take out the fighters when you weren't here, so you did
That's
actually
right.
get to shoot and destroy something. Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
you
so
approach.
you hear interpersonnel. What do you call it? Intercom. You hear
I
like,
see bitchbox, yes.
Yeah.
Are we? Do we still have a supply of coffee? Over. No. Over. Ah, shoot. Over.
Bang, bang,
Shoot.
zap, zap, zap,
Shoot?
zap.
Did somebody say shoot over?
Yeah. Okay.
And, we hear other ship traffic, like it's whatever what it is. The Cleary Rose to Shalimar. You've got your missile tubes open and facing us. Are you giving them a clean over?
No, they can't pick up that sort of degree of at their distance.
Ignore that.
Yeah. So you reach the jump point.
Good. It's fairly close, being a small planet.
Yep. We just
Great.
need two rolls from one from Mantar, because it's about the engines overheating and blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yep.
those are two
Let's do
straight
that,
two,
right?
right?
Just 2d6, no bonuses or penalties.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's doing the engine roll, and I'm doing the jump roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. He's
8
got
on the engine.
Oh, 8 plus the invisible 7, so that does put you in danger. No. Okay. Right. Because if you'd taken out that asteroid, you wouldn't have had that plus 7. But no one said shoot. Okay.
Did somebody say shoot over?
He fans the jump drive with some fan that might have not
Yeah.
been out of place from the Firefly. The
There you go.
paper Japanese fans.
That's
The
it.
jump
Oh, yeah.
roll is also an 8, so
Hey,
we've activated the
You're
jump
back
roll.
into jump space. You have a ship that's got a really nice continuous hull. The only thing that you haven't been able to do is to put the fib back onto the computer.
The what? The hardening.
The armor on the hardening, or the
But
armor on
we
the.
have rehardened our drives, and we
Yep.
have the computer back up to par.
Yeah.
and
No,
we have
I
all
didn't get a
our-
roll from Pierre on that.
Well, could you say he would have he would have done that back on the ground? I would.
I would
think.
have hoped he would.
Why don't we roll for that, Pierre? Say you did that on the week we were in jump.
To harden
And-
the computer.
2D plus 3. Yep.
To fix them,
Fix
Yeah.
them? Okay.
not harden them.
It's a repair.
And
Fuck.
nope.
Marginal.
Still messed up a little. Brother's still a little short.
Yep. So we're
You
down to
plus
7/14 -1 to all computer rolls.
I
So
hold
Dave's
up
gonna be-
flashcards. I hold up flashcards to brother, and he says like 2 plus 2 equals approximately
Orange.
4.2434343.
Okay. So
We got a ways to go.
Yeah.
next planet perhaps. Right, you're in jump space. In that time, is anyone want to talk about anything, or just go about your business?
Going about my business. I'm going to go into my cabin and do my business.
Right, which
I
is
suggest-
I would
mostly-
prefer that you use the
Breaking
latrine,
obvious.
young lady.
right. She has a fresher in her room, so yeah. Basically, if you're not in the drive or you're not in the cockpit, you're basically lazing around somewhere because there's not much to do.
I suggest that you get completely hammered every night to avoid REM sleep and avoid bad dreams.
No, that was only one bad dream.
Rightio, you guys, can I get another roll, please? Your intelligence and whether you are over or under by how much?
Okay.
So,
high grade.
Richard, roll 2d6 and tell me how much either you're over or under your intelligence. So, who's rolled already?
I rolled under 4 points.
4 points under. That was Jacob. Yep. Who's next? Denver.
Damn it.
That would have been a low number. Under by what?
Wait, no.
6. Oh dear. 6 points.
No, 5. I'm under by 5. It's intelligence, right?
Yep. Under by
I'm under by
5. Okay. Victor, what was your intelligence B? So you're under by 4, I think.
No, 3. B
Three.
is 3.
Man-
B is 11.
Mantar, check your Discord messages.
Yep. And Denver. Not Denver, sorry, Dale. What's your intelligence, Dale?
He said
7.
7 and he rolled a 7.
Oh, spot on. And Stav, sorry, what were you? Sorry?
I
6.
rolled over
You're
by
over.
2.
You're over. Okay. So, Stav, you have a really good night's sleep. Again, around about the fourth or fifth night of traveling in hyperspace. Jacob, you have that sort of same weird dream. It's a little bit more clearer. You get the feeling that there's 2 individuals, and it's like you're in a chase scene. You can't see much detail apart from the fact, and perhaps it's because Garen suggested it, but they're sort of wearing white sort of mesh suits with helmets on. But that's about it. And they're just being chased, and you're being shot at, and like it's really, you definitely feel, you wake up definitely sort of breathing quite fast, and with that sense of
Feels
being
real,
hunted.
huh?
Yeah,
White
it feels
suit,
real.
White helmets, like white armor.
White armor, meshed, and the helmets I think are more of a darker color.
Okay.
Denver, you wake up even more so this time. Things are really, you can sort of see that they're both wielding some sort of pistol. You're not sure what it is because it's not a auto pistol, body pistol, or revolver, but it's of the pistol sort of general shape. It has a thickness to the front of the barrel, a fairly thickish barrel, and then a thickness to the back and to the handle. You're not.
Who was this?
Sorry?
Who is wielding this weapon?
Some person in white armor, meshy armor, which has a dark sort of helmet. You can't quite tell all the details. So the helmet shape sort of, it gets a bit vague at that stage, and you definitely get the feeling you're being hunted by these 2 individuals.
So what is what is in our cargo bay that we had when we left Baku?
Wood.
Yeah, it's just the wood.
Yep.
Okay.
Garen, same, not as intense. You don't see that face, but Denver, you do. And again, it could have been Garen telling you this, that suggested this to you in your dream, but you know that these two figures, one's a male, one's a female. You don't get that face at all this time, Garen, but it's still pretty intense. This time, the group is running with you. They are shooting you. The weird thing is, when they shoot at you, it's more reminiscent of a laser fire than a ballistic fire.
Okay.
Yeah. And Victor, yours sort of echoes just a similar experience, perhaps just a little less intense than before.
Something's connected to this. Do we have psi shields aboard the ship?
Nope. Unless you bought one. You can show me you bought one.
Didn't buy them, but yeah, we should pick some up too.
But I'm just having this feeling we should all have one.
Yeah.
I have this little gut feeling with these dreams that it's had something to do with the fighters getting close to us, or our contact with the battle we had on Baku. The powers that are after us
Yeah.
have something to do with psionics.
Look, yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't usually have dreams like this, man. I'm just
Yeah,
totally
so I
relaxed most of
imagine
the
we're
time.
all talking about it at breakfast over coffee and one of the days.
Uh-huh.
We should get
Are
tested.
we out of
too.
coffee?
We're
No,
never
we're
out
not
of
out of
Nope.
coffee.
Nope.
No,
Victor. Make
we
sure
have
of that.
lots of coffee.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got coffee in the
Coffee's our
engineering.
bread and butter in the morning.
Okay.
best
Did I dream?
Or is in the engineering?
You can open up the cargo decks if you want to, Denver, and have a look at the wood. Sure.
Did
All of
Dale
it.
dream?
Dale had a
Did he-
peace. He had the most peaceful night out of all of them.
Oh, you know what? This is wonderful.
Yeah.
I sip coffee.
And last time this happened, again, you didn't have a single dream. You slept through the night quite easily. What is up with these people?
They're weird. You know, if they
Okay,
shot
is there
more,
any
they'd
sign
be
of
going.
tampering with the wood?
The wood looks milled, but apart from that, it's just stacked wood. It doesn't look weird in any shape or form. It's got a wood grain. It's some sort of wood that has a very light
Any
brown.
knots?
Has a few knots in it.
Okay, what about burrowing holes from burrowing creatures?
Looking really closely, nothing of that nature. And like you want to take it out and have a look at it, sort of thing.
Yes, I'm
Yep.
looking to see possibly we have a stowaway aboard.
Okay. So you spend quite a bit of time pulling it out, looking at it, going over it, checking for any burrowing holes, checking for any odd things about it. No. Yeah. Nothing nothing out of the ordinary, and nothing obvious like burrowing holes. Looking at the ends, they all seem to be just flat edged. As I said, milled timber. The coloration doesn't change. That would probably be Garen, who's got some medical skill. Mid 2, I
Yes.
think. Is that you mid 2, Garen?
No, Med 1.
Oh, okay. Okay, you'll have a smattering idea of something like in psychology, but
Okay, so I can roll?
I think there's an issue with our wood,
Yeah, if
Denver.
we can borrow your radiation detector and check the wood with that.
Yeah, sure. You can always borrow my radiation
Brilliant.
detector.
okay.
Dav
So
originally was, what was he? He was in the scientist career, 3 terms. He's thinking about whether there's some effect from gases or if he can measure.
okay,
gas
so you'll
composition
be
and
going
remove
over the
the
life
water.
support of the system. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say that I could roll for the medic thing?
I think they were joking about people's mental health.
Oh,
Are
okay.
people getting a
Well-
bit
Not a
weird?
joke this time. Garen should do something
No.
about the psychiatric aspect. She has the radiation detector.
He has
I
a
want to
point.
test other things.
Psychological is part of medic.
Dale. I've been talking to a few for years. Smirks. Okay, so you go over all the wood with the radiation scanner. You're getting nothing off there at all.
It's wood.
It appears to be very run-of-the-mill basic wood. Well, no, he's investigating all the possibilities, because that's the only thing that's, apart from you guys, that's the only other thing that's on the ship still. Well, and of course, you know, the bits and pieces that Garen picked up.
So it's not dismantled prime mahogany from the Temple of Yog-Sothoth or something like that?
No, nothing like that. It's all pristine wood, ready to be used. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, to pass the time, it's more to pass the time than anything else. Stab is going to test the things about gas composition, so I guess that's life support and some kind of intelligence role, or not computers again necessarily. What do you think? Computers at a negative DM or something?
I think it's 2 because you didn't complete that last task.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay, I'm still going to roll computers like it's a research kind of thing, but it's more to monitor the life support. I give myself a negative modifier. -1, -2, maybe. I'll give it -2. See what happens. Not conclusive.
No.
Gently kicks. I love it.
Okay. So it's not looking like there's anything quite definitive happening here.
Yeah.
One last thing we can do to verify. How valuable is this wood?
I don't know how much they paid for it.
It was around 1,000 a ton. We've got it for like
Wood has
17,000.
a standard value of approximately 1,000 credits per ton. How many tons do we have?
6 tons.
6
6,000.
tons.
We got it for
6,000
80.
credits.
Yeah.
If I space the wood, does that decrease its resale value?
Space the wood.
Significantly.
If you space the wood, you're screwing 3 of your comrades' money
Well,
that they
let's start with
Don't forget, you've got other
We're
cargo
going to
in
sell
the
it on
hold.
Maybe spaced wood is a valuable health
Yeah, but the wood is
cereal.
the only cargo we have from the
Wood.
No, we have 40 tons of other wood in from
Baku is the wood is the
Oh.
only cargo we have from Baku.
We have more wood.
No, just your original 5 ton or 6 ton.
No space.
It's the only thing cargo hold that comes from is the wood. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Oh man, stop. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, never mind.
I'll definitely make sure that when I do record this on your YouTube, that it's definitely not for kids. Okay, rightio. Moving. So, apart from the weird dream, and whatever happened for everyone,
Dale's had good dreams. He's smiling.
yes, he is
He's the only one who's had good dreams.
at the moment. Yeah.
Sipping his coffee slowly.
Rightio.
Did we pick up more cargo or what?
Yes, you picked up 40 tons of cargo in Levantar to be
So that's the mining ore you're talking about.
yeah, to be delivered.
Oh, so we have 6 tons of wood.
Yep.
And 40 tons of mining ore.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, we have to. Yeah.
Yep.
And we're pushed 4 hours right now, 9:45.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah.
we'll finish up in a second.
Well,
we'll bring you out into Azor.
12 over here.
Yep. Oh, cool. So we'll you're entering Azor space. Boom. What are you doing as you enter space?
We would, of course, have everybody at their station to be on guard.
Yes.
Yep. Everyone.
And have our combat programs installed, all of them, because we have enough slots. except for that
Man
one.
Norse.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Potential shooting. Potential shooting.
Not yet,
Huh?
Happy Food Guy.
No.
Not yet.
No, chill.
Runs to the turret. Practicing his trigger finger.
He wants
Pew,
to
pew,
shoot that
pew.
turret.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew.
Yeah. So Dale gets into his turret. He turns it on. He warms it up. He's running hot. He's moving it around, trying to find something to shoot at. Garen is just sitting in hers, waiting patiently, perhaps
Yeah.
sipping her morning coffee and with a dram of vodka.
No, I do not drink my coffee in my station. Only in the lounge or the kitchen.
Okay. So
Yes,
she's
I'm
had it,
very
but she's had her
professional.
morning drink, hasn't she?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Rightio. So she's there waiting for either instructions or something to fly past that she thinks is dangerous to shoot at.
Exactly.
Denver and Victor would be in the engineering section.
Definitely try to find out how hot the engines run before they burn out.
You could always try that. They have to be pretty damn hard. Jacob and Stav are in the cockpit. So,
Yep.
what's your standard operation?
Scan. Work our way in towards systems. Figure out how far we are from the planet. Scan.
Rightio.
Be prepared for anything.
Rightio. Where you go then, Mr. Scanner guy.
Oh, okay. Scan.
And that ain't telling us shit.
Okay, so today is the day that Stav's eyes decide to pop out of their sockets and go back to sleep.
Yeah, he's totally not focused. But the gunners can still do their
If they want to. If they
Yes,
want to.
Can
They
we
can
scan?
scan with their turrets
Yep.
and do their surf around to see what's.
So
they
do I
see.
use my gunner?
Yep.
Do I
2D.
use my?
Yep.
Okay.
2d6 plus 1. Okay, Garen, you're not picking up anything in the immediate vicinity, but you're still doing that, just checking because you've got nothing else coming to you.
That's right.
Yep. Dale, are you doing the same?
Dale, trigger happy.
There he goes. Dale's not seeing anything.
There could be something out there.
Yes,
Permission to fire over.
Yes. Just at random, just in case.
That waves his white cane around and says, "I don't see nothing."
Right.
Ah,
You're coming in. You're getting a communication from the what's barely called a planet. Traveling in, they give you a vector to entry into their airspace, and basically you're just going to travel in. There's actually no encounter on the way in. So you come in to. You can actually see this place is very much more commercially active than Levantar. Much more like a lot more like Baku, but nothing like Baku. 'Cause Baku is crazy with the amount of ships that come and go. But you are seeing ships coming and going around this place. So I just need a piloting roll, please.
this again.
Sorry.
Okay, piloting roll.
Yep. Just to come into your landing pad. Nicely done. You sit down very lightly on the landing pad. The tube extends out, docks with you.
Trace atmosphere. We need vac suits out here. It's technology level 12.
Yeah,
though,
but
so
then
there's
the whole landing pad will go down.
Oh, okay. So the landing pad's pressurized.
Yeah,
Drop
well,
down.
it'll close over you once it gets to the bottom to unload. So welcome to Azor. It's not much. So just give me a second.
You want to put a picture up?
No. Just wanna. Oh, I'll have to do it next time we start. Okay, because I've got your operation stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, you don't have any. You arrive on the planet. You don't have any high passengers, mail, middle passengers. You unload your cargo. No low passengers. No low lottery to conclude. You refuel from the station, which is all automated. Brother will verify that you're in system. He will pass over the credits for that and life support. It's all done. Now you go onto your speculative trade, and you've unloaded the cargo you needed to unload, and now
the
it's
Jupiter
your
cargo?
Yep, the Jupiter cargo. Now you've got your cargo to try and sell if you want to. All your paperwork is being processed. Who's wanting to check the wood? Is that Dale?
Of course, Dale.
Yeah.
Everybody else was
Dale,
doing the first thing in
Because
there.
otherwise I'd burn it.
Gone and play with the wood.
Yeah, don't play with the wood. Not in public anyway.
No, no one's playing with the wood.
Yeah. You can play with the wood all you like in the privacy of your own stateroom.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can get somebody to help you play with the wood.
Are you volunteering, Garen?
Like I said, I don't shit where I eat, man.
Okay, all good.
I can get you somebody though.
All good.
Nearly enough vodka for that.
Yeah.
Oh, there isn't enough vodka.
Okay. Rightio. So basically up to trying to find some place to sell this, which I think is your mentor.
Yep.
So, just before you roll, these people are serious mercantile people. They're not like that little backward planet that you were just on. They're not just going to get pissed. There's going to be some major issues if you back out of a deal.
We can't back out of the deal, so
You can, but expect bigger consequences.
are you going to give us a little bit of a bonus for the trace atmosphere? No.
Nope.
Nope.
Just the +1 for his admin.
Okay.
It says on the sheet I get +2 per level.
Oh, okay, that's even better. +2.
Oh, that's even better. Cool.
All right, so
Oh, sorry. I'll get the table. Get the table so I can read off it. Sorry. Just finding it under here. Under all the stuff. That's encounters. That's when I'm going to blow you up. Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay, away you go, sir. Big numbers.
roll in. Aw.
Okay.
Roll in. Keep those going. Woo! +2 on. Oh, you got that. So you're selling it for 1,500 credits per ton.
Oh,
Which comes out to how much?
1,500.
How many tons?
Well, it's times 6, right? 6
1,500.
tons.
9,000. So we turned our 1,760 into 3,000 each. Those of us that bought.
Yep.
So
Yeah. I put
Garen,
in.
you get 3,000 to add to your till. Same with car and same
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Dale is playing a dangerous game.
Dale
It's a game.
I'm
Dale.
not watching.
3,000 credits.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
I never said I was a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, it's at this stage. If you want to, you can try to find something with your money to buy, or do you just want to leave it for now and just do as little as possible?
Well, I'm going to talk to Denver and see if he wants to go looking for that computer that he was talking about. So I thought that was a great idea, and I can help with some cash if that's required.
What was the
I'm gonna
computer
add the
for again?
Denver.
What was the computer for again?
He was wanting to have an AI on it so it could teach.
Where is he? Is he there?
He might be off the. He said he was going away at some stage.
What are you talking about?
You, Denver.
Sorry, what's your name?
Dale.
I said that you and I could go looking for that computer that you were trying to obtain on Levantar.
Yes, I would like that. Thank you. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to get processed to go in. So law level again. Obviously, you can pretty much own. It doesn't give you license to walk around with weapons all over you. So if you've got like a carry case for a gun, that's fine. You can easily carry a knife because that's easy to, or a pistol. If you've got a small revolver, that sort of thing, that's easy enough to hide. That's fine in a holster.
What about a rifle?
That would need to be some sort of rifle case, that you'd need.
What about psionic shields, man?
What about them?
Yeah.
Are they available?
Have a look and see what tech level psionic shields come into the play.
This is 12. Oh, let me look at.
Yep.
Might be 13.
Well,
It's tech level 8.
This
So-
planet is tech level C, which
12.
is a 12.
12.
oh, so we might be lucky.
You're still a wee way away from AIs, but you
Yeah.
definitely should be able to buy a hand computer, which
Yeah, let's
is
do that.
the first step. Okay.
Okay. How much are hand computer? I don't have one down here, and I thought I had one.
And also, can we purchase sonic shield helmets on this planet?
Well, depends on the tech level.
Bionic shield helmets.
Yeah.
They might be pretty pricey.
They will be, but it just depends on the tech. So
The
let's
tech
have a look. Sonic shields. So first of all, where are we? Good God.
Artificial size shield, tech level 8, 1 kilogram,
Ah.
4,000 credit.
Cool. There you go. So if you wish to own an artificial size shield right now, you are more than welcome to purchase one here.
Alright.
So at the moment, and you can also buy your hand computer for another 1,000.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a psionic
Okay.
shield.
Yep.
And a hand
Good
computer.
question. How much money does he have?
Now, Denver. Okay, this is something that Denver and I are gonna do on the planet, the two of us, right?
hmm
Okay. So.
As you are moving through crowds and looking, because at the moment you're still technically on the station, you haven't got
Yeah.
off planet onto their own home turf, where the laws change.
No, we're just figuring out
Yeah.
what we're gonna be
Can
doing. when
you
we get to
please
the
give
planet.
me another int check? This planet
Intelligence.
starport, I think, is a B. I think I read out. Hang on a
Oh, all of
second.
us?
And
No,
it's below law
just
level.
Garen. Just Garen.
Oh. Oh, me. Okay.
B. It is a B. Yeah. Garen, you are like you guys have bought the if you're buying a size shield and the hand computer, you leave
No, I
and you
don't
get
need this.
prickles on your neck, and then you're overcome with this incredible fear, and you feel like you've got to run to the ship as fast as possible.
Oh boy.
Okay. I wanted to ask Denver.
Yes, he can if he wants to, but the thing is that Garen, you've got a huge. This is a very hard thing to fight against. You have this a really powerful. I've got to run like crap to get back to safety.
Panic
I'll stop her.
Yeah.
Calm
Oh,
her down.
Put
Put
your
the
shield
psionic
on.
shield on her if necessary.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
chasing after her, trying to attach the psychic shield, which you do. Your panic starts to ease. There is anxiousness, but not that level of panic that you just felt.
oh man, what was that?
What was what?
Some sort of sonic attack.
Maybe we should get out of here. It might be followed by a conventional attack.
Well, hold on though. Who's with who though? Who's with whom?
So you and
We're not-
Denver
yeah.
are in the
Together. So
shops.
The guys,
We're not with them.
the guys don't
yeah,
know that. then.
Jacob is at his own shop. Victor
I
and
bought a size shield and a hand computer.
yeah, and Stav and
Yeah.
Dale have been on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
Now,
still on the ship.
Yeah, I bought a science shield, by the way.
Okay,
As
so you are
okay,
off the
hold
ship
on.
as
So
well.
who's buying? Who's
I mentioned
buying what?
Okay. Also, I'm wondering too, Steve, as Denver asked about his high passage, how many weeks have passed? Can we add our monthly salaries to our credit
Well,
slot?
you had a week in jump space, then you had a week on Levantar, then you've had another week in jump space. So you're 1 week short of getting
Okay.
your
At the
pay.
end of this week, we get our salary then.
Yep. Yeah. And brother will automatically issue that to your
Cred stick.
collect well, either cred sticks or accounts, however you decided you want to have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
So I'm
so
wearing my psionic shield, my reflect, my cloth. I've got an auto pistol, my cutlass, and a shotgun wrapped over my shoulder.
yep. Can I get you two to please make an intelligence check?
Me?
Yeah.
Not me, right?
No, you've already made yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
I match it. 9 equal.
Okay,
Nine.
you're just feeling uncomfortable at the moment. Something's not right.
I put the side shield on.
It's kind of the same, but not as intense.
Okay. There's definitely something that's invading us.
Yep.
Denver,
all-
did you see my message?
I did. I'm waiting for an opportune time to ask the rest.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah. Question is it
Yeah.
trying to warn us about something, or
There's something going on. The psionic stuff is something's going on, or something's following us, and it has something to do with our attacker too. I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah. Okay, so are you guys making your way back to the ship? You've got a
You
week
need to ask
here,
a question.
if you want.
I have a couple of questions. I have a couple of
Yeah.
questions.
Yep.
I bought a psionic shield helmet, and I put it on Erin as soon as she started
Yep.
panicking. If I take it off, does she continue to panic?
Make another roll, please, Garen.
Okay.
What's your intelligence?
It's only 4 under this time. Not like
Yeah,
8 under.
her anxiety is raising, and she's getting a bit fidgety, twitchy, like she's about to move quickly somewhere.
All right, well, I will put the helmet back on her and tell her that we need to go and you need to buy your own psi shield.
Ah,
What's
Okay.
happening?
I will buy my own then, and
Mhm.
I will take it off what I have.
Okay.
That was 4,000 credits, right?
I believe so.
And what was it called?
An artificial psi shield.
Artificial.
PSI shield.
An artificial what?
Psi.
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 PSI. Okay.
Yeah, psi
artificial PSI
Yep.
shield.
All right, Rep, the question is, does the hand computer have software approximately doing what I was looking for? Something that would teach me either admin skill or computer
No,
skill?
not at this level. No, you're going to need to get up a couple of levels. What you can do is you can go to some stores and see if there are any teacher book sort of things that might help you.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
much would that cost?
Yep. They're cheap. They're about I don't know, 30 credits to get you started. I mean, it's not much, but it'll get you started.
Okay. I can buy that.
Okay. So Jacob, when you feel this sort of unease, what are you doing?
Well, I have my psionic shield on, and I'm
Yep.
trying to kind of figure it out, and I'm looking around me too. Do I see wherever I am in the store or the mall or the starport? Is there anything I see that seems like it's looking at me or seems out of place?
Do a 2d6 roll, please.
Do I notice anything that's
Hmm.
odd or unusual? I rolled a 3.
Nope. Everything's absolutely usual.
As far as I can tell, at least. Okay.
Yep. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight. I'll just turn off the recording because I think that's a.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Interesting place.
Ominous.